Look at that.
Boo! Hey everybody, I just wanted to make sure you're awake. It's Sunday night. It's kind of late. It was a busy weekend, but welcome to the GCap Recap, second ever live stream. This is a special edition, and a special edition calls for a special guest. And I could not think of anyone to be my first ever live stream with. That's my guest, then the Radical Ryan from the Radical Retro Rewind podcast. Yes, the question mark is in there. So, hello, Ryan. Say hello.
Hello, Jeff. Thank you so much for having me. And amazing with the R's, like we were just saying earlier. All those R's, you got that off with just in one sentence without even stopping.
I totally thought I was going to botch that. That's. I mean, it's one thing to do it, but then when you're trying to say it out loud to everybody, it's a little crazy. So
yes, it is. And I did it all to myself.
But I mean, we're to quote JR, we're live, pal. So you can't back out now. We're here.
I liked you awaking me from that, from that countdown. I'm glad I wasn't drinking anything and then just spit out all over.
I couldn't wait. When we got to 5 seconds, I'm like, I'm gonna boo. I'm gonna yell boo when he gets in there. We're gonna jerk everybody. So jerk everybody around.
It got me awake. It got me awake. I'm ready. I am ready.
So everyone watching, we're gonna collaboratively. We are the Radical Rasslin Recap.
Ooh.
Right? Because we combine the Radical Retro Rewind podcast, the GCap Recap, put a little wrestling in. So they're at. We're Radical Rasslin Recap, or 3R, triple R, R3. We haven't decided quite yet. We're just kind of winging it here. But
more R's though. More R's to go around.
But this is, I mean, so some of you know I've done one of these myself before, and they can be a little nerve wracking when you fly solo. It's almost like you're building a plane while you're flying it. Sometimes when you do something it was deep, right?
That was good.
Ooh.
That was really good. And coming off our Jaws conversation, you took that hoagie spot and you're driving the plane now and building it.
I think it's this. I think it's because I'm wearing my CM Punk. This is the best in the world. This is the Summer of Punk 11 shirt I'm wearing. So getting a little creative today. But Ryan has never done Ryan, I've been guests on live streams and everything, which I've always had great experiences. I love chatting with people and shooting the shit and all that. But Ryan's never done one before, so him and I have been talking all summer about doing, because he's way too big for the GCap Recap. He's had an entire summer. Every week he's been doing summer camp with Friday the 13th and recording a podcast, and they're awesome. Can't say enough about them. Go check them here. Hold on, let me do your. Look at this. Ready? You ready? Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Oh.
Jeff is doing it up. I am impressed because I would not know how to do half of this. So thank you. Oh, I love it. I love the color. No, thank you, Jeff. Truly, I couldn't think of really anyone doing this with anyone else for this first time. It is so exciting. I loved watching you on your own lives when you're a guest. So now I get to live it with you.
Yes, and I'm glad you're here because it gives me a chance to get some oxygen. Last time I was kind of, I talked an hour and 40 minutes straight, and I started to pass out, and I was like,
I was impressed.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. I'm dying here. At one point, I left to go get a drink. It was at the background, and I'm like, I wasn't ready for this, but no.
That's the intermission for everybody, right? You see the blank background.
Yeah. If I ever stop being cheap and upgrade the StreamYard, I'm gonna put in one of those little like intermission videos, or something. Let's all go.
Let's go to the movie.
Let's all go to something like that. But yeah. So anyway, we Ryan and I were trying to figure out what to talk about, and it's listen. Ever since July 24th, when I heard that there was this huge rumor that CM Punk and Bryan Danielson, I got to use the same. Used to saying it the other way again. I used to say it one way, then I had to switch, and I had to switch again. We're going to AEW, and it sounded pretty legit this time. Like, I saw it. Living Color followed AEW on Twitter, and then like 30 minutes later, like unfollowed them because all the news came out. I was starting to think that was legit. Or it was it was CM Punk just trolling us again. He loves to have fun. But
for years, I mean, we've been hearing those rumors come and go, and you're kind of like, okay. But yeah, this one seemed to really have steam behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm trying to talk to Ryan. I was late to our phone call, right? Because I was reading more news. So
I
remember that? I was like, listen, I'm going to be honest.
And that's fine.
Yeah. I'm 20-something odd minutes late to our phone call. First time we're going to talk face-to-face or, live, I should say, not DMing and text messaging and all that. And I said, listen, I don't. You're probably not a wrestling fan. I'm a huge wrestling fan, and CM Punk might be coming back. And Ryan's like, no, I'm a huge wrestling fan. So we talked for hours about
that was so fun.
How he's a maniac, and we'll do that.
The best part of that's what I knew it was the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Yes, that's when it sparked. So we can thank Vince McMahon for that. So so I said, hey, why don't we listen, next weekend, one of three things are going to happen. CM Punk's going to come back, and CM Punk's not going to come back, or CM Punk's going to be announced to show up at All Out, in Chicago.
Right.
So I'm like, why don't we try wrestling? I talk about movies constantly. I love movies. You love movies. You love, like, I just want to do something a little different. I do every time I'm on a live stream, or if I'm a guest somewhere else, all of a sudden, I don't know how wrestling starts, but the wrestling questions start, and then it turns into a wrestling live stream.
Right. Anyway, right. So you're just cutting out the middle right now. You're getting to the meat and potatoes.
Yes. So I'm like, why don't we just do one? I mean, it's huge news. I mean, so first, before we get started, Ryan, let me just say hi to everybody. Hold on, let me see if this works. Ready? Oh, damn. It works.
Ooh, look at you all fit. Jeff, I am so impressed by your technology knowledge.
I need to delete that other video. That's embarrassing. I had none of this stuff up there.
No! Everyone starts somewhere.
But Dirk Girths, thank you for joining. I'm really glad that you showed up today. Yeah, CM Punk.
That was, I mean, Jeff, when you were saying that originally, like, if he doesn't show, those people will riot. And I was like, yeah. And then when you actually were, like, when you tuned in, and you saw the crowd and how they were, I mean, the flags, the shirts, I said, oh my God, you're right. Jeff's right. If anything else happens, if Daniel comes out, no, this place is going to burn.
Yep. Yeah, we're either going to see CM Punk, or we were going to witness the death of a promotion that I love, and the United Center burning to the ground. So I figured, we're going to be entertained either way. We'll have something to talk about on Sunday for sure. So
true, and with SummerSlam, we said either way.
Yep, either way. Hello, Ben.
Hello.
Let me say hi to everybody that's joined. Let me see.
Chat.
They just filmed some plastics. You got a new sub. Continue to kick my ass, Ryan. There you go. We got another one.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, truly. No, Jeff, I can't speak high enough of Jeff's channel. He is such an awesome guy, and you just feel good after his videos. So
thank you. That means that's all. That's that's worth its weight in gold. Thank you for saying that. That's great.
Oh, you're so welcome. Definitely.
Let me see if we go to and
thank you again, Page Films and Plastics.
Yes. Very, very good person. I do enjoy his channel. Anybody's watching, anybody that comes up that has the YouTube thing, please subscribe to their channel. I'll just let that go without saying.
I will be definitely checking out your channel as well, Paige.
I love the community, So all right, so let's get into it, right? All right. I think people are like, they've been seeing us put up the same freaking graphic for 4 days, and they're like, enough of the freaking.
It was so good. You got to use it 4 days in a row. Why not?
So yes, so I will say that's the one great thing about being a wrestling fan. If you love wrestling, when you experience a moment,
oh yes,
it's something it's something that you'll always treasure, when, especially because wrestling has peaks and valleys, and we've been in a valley for some time, probably until about maybe AEW popped back up again, because for a while wrestling was starting to get very, very boring. Very boring.
Predictable.
I mean, so because all we really had was Vince, right? So we had WWE, and I mean, listen, I love WWE. I love WWF. Yes. I wish things weren't like this. I really do.
Same.
Yeah. I mean, shit, man. I got like my.
You got Jim Duggan back there. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, like, this is a WWE property I'm wearing, you know. So It's sad. It's sad. I thought when AEW, through the first couple, in their boxing match, through a first couple jabs, WWE would have taken them a little bit seriously, and
you would think, right?
Stuff, right? What's going to be, and it just didn't happen. So, and I started to get mad because two of my favorite wrestlers, one of them being Daniel Bryan, he got pushed for that, the WrestleMania 30. He got injured. Vince could not move fast enough while he recovered to start this Roman Reigns era, because to replace Cena.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, because Daniel Bryan's not that big, not that tall. I don't know. He's very entertaining. Everyone loves him. So his merchandise was, I don't know. So
yes.
But the thing that really pissed me off was it made CM Punk quit wrestling, quit the business. And that sucked. That was the most unforgivable thing, and I thought we'd never see him again. So when we watched AEW and Rampage, I mean they couldn't have done it any more perfectly, right? I mean, Ryan, tell me, go. I've been talking for a lot.
No, I mean everything you said is right. We love WWE. We wish that this would have sparked some kind of thing under Vince. He's still playing that it's not really, anything to worry about kind of thing. But I don't know. It seems like the tide is changing. I mean, even with reality TV, that night they advertised Cody Rhodes is getting his own. So you're getting into that total divas, total Bellas market as well, Miz. So so hopefully WWE and Vince is paying attention with that end. But my God, Jeff, the energy in that crowd. Mm-hmm. And then when he just sat down in the middle of the ring, harking back to the past, it was amazing. And like you said, if anything else would have happened, I have no idea what would have happened. There's no other way out. He had to come out.
Yeah. I mean, we started JR, the show opened, JR said hi to everybody. I mean, you could barely hear them talk. Him, Excalibur.
Exactly.
You just heard CM Punk. That place was, I'm like, they did the right thing starting off with him, right? But the music, you hear the static, you hear the music hit, you see the graphic on there, and there's like this. It was only a few seconds because I might have watched this more than once, admittedly. But when you're first watching, it felt like 10 minutes, right? And I would not have believed it.
Yes.
And I'm still waiting. I was like, please don't do something. Please don't let it be something.
Right.
And he came out there, and I was like, wow. I mean,
Paul Heyman came out of nowhere, right?
Right, or like Omega, or
what?
Something stud. He came out there, and I was like, wow. So it's this is happening. This is real, right? And he came out all badass CM Punk, and then he got emotional, and then he started to cry, right?
Yes.
I mean, not cry. I don't want to say it like that. He teared up. I mean, that's a lot, man. Imagine that many people going that crazy for you after you've been going for 7 years. 7 years.
What did you think about that comment he made of when he left professional wrestling to him?
Yeah, that said a lot. That said a lot.
I mean, right? That was powerful alone. Plus, I mean, added into everything else, free ice cream.
Yo, TK needs to hop on that and make that a real thing. Vince dropped the ball on that. Good Humor could have made a killing with that. I mean, yeah, the whole world. I still love those ice cream bars. I would love for those to come out.
I mean, they had these kind of like what in the last few years. I mean, I even found them finally, like the squared version, like that harkened back to the exactly.
There's no chocolate underneath.
No chocolate, Jeff.
No, which is surprising coming from Vince. But there's no chocolate shell underneath. It was very
gotta get the shell.
There was no name of the wrestler on the stick. It didn't come in something where you can actually cut out. Like, remember on the back, you used to be able to cut out of the wrestler. That was always very cool.
And that's just one of those things that Vince knows that or whoever is in charge of it knows there is a market for this, that people have been clamoring for years. So it's such easy things that they could just do. Yeah. And hopefully AEW does pick up, and does what he doesn't. Yeah.
I mean, if I had a DeLorean, a time traveling DeLorean, I would time travel and go to that, because I'd get that freaking T-shirt that sold out and like the crash the AEW shop site.
I could only imagine.
I mean, what a ticket! Well, whoever paid $60 for just their normal ticket to Rampage.
Amen.
And to be a part of that moment, that was something. That was really, really something. And to do it in Chicago too. I mean, Chicago.
No better place. No better place.
Yeah. Like, I always like to say that Philly, New York have some of the best wrestling crowds in the world. But Chicago, man, the way they reacted to that, man, that's something. They might be want to grab tops, for that one. That was something. So, yeah, you had him come to the ring, and I mean, he just then he went from emotional to he just looked like super happy. I mean,
he looked good. He looked really good
just
too.
Hugging everybody at ringside, and he jumped into the crowd. I was like, wow, he's excited to be. He's really excited to be here. And then he gets in the ring, and he didn't plan anything. So I just thought maybe he's like going to say, "Hey guys, I'm back. I'm going to be at All Out. Hope to see you guys there. I'm so glad to be." I mean, the fact that he did his. I mean, he sat down Indian style in the middle of the ring and got a pop. I mean, if that doesn't tell you that you're like uber nuclear over, I don't know what does. But
pipe bomb. Yeah,
I was on my couch. I popped. I was like, oh, like there you go. Took off his jacket. He had a shirt that looks very much like this one.
The design was. I don't know how they got around that marketing, but I love that the shirt looks so close to your vintage, amazing shirt that you're wearing right now.
I kept this thing for a long time, hoping one day I'd get to wear it. I said I was only gonna I'd wear one if CM Punk ever came back. So it's been away, stored, smells like mothballs. So, thank goodness this isn't a 4D experience we have here. But so I finally, he came out. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wear it on this live stream. I think we lost Ryan. I'm gonna try to get him back, but we do have comments. Hold on. Oh wow, sorry guys. I'll catch up. I did not realize it's a lot to multitask here. We bring up pages and films. What's up, man? Thanks for watching. I was there from home. That's the T-shirt they have to make. I'm not going to be able to get the I was there, which I kind of felt weird about buying because I'm like, well, I wasn't there. I mean, but I was there from home. Would have made a great T-shirt. So yes, here he is.
Sorry, I don't know what the hell I'm looking. I was trying to look at the chat to see what people were saying. I will leave this to you, Jeff. Not touching anything anymore.
No, you're all good, man. I didn't realize we have a lot of comments. I wanted to say hi to people, so that couldn't have been timed out perfectly. I'm usually good multitasking, but I'm not used to it.
Perfect.
So let me see what's here. So here's one for you. Address.
Oh, hello, Lucia. Hello. How are you today? Thank you so much for joining us. It means a lot. Thank you.
We hope some of these people are still there as well. These are from a little while ago. Yep. Yeah, we got to remember now. Start saying Bryan Danielson. I definitely don't. I don't think he's going back to WWE. I wouldn't. You would have just had him come out at SummerSlam, which he didn't. We'll talk about SummerSlam in a little bit, but
you know what makes me think as well. Speaking back to the reality thing, I don't think they're doing Total Bellas. I think I heard it possibly might be canceled. So that might have been another thing, like keeping him more towards the WWE side of things because of Brie and Nikki and things like that. So new man, freedom.
We just go through some more real fast, and then what's up, Ken? Ken from Mid-Level Media. Thanks for joining. What's up, guys? I haven't watched wrestling consistently in 6 years. Now I might start again.
That's wonderful.
I always tell people, if you feel, you must do what you feel is right. So yes, Ken, I would definitely say start checking it out. I have a feeling business is going to pick up. AEW's been pretty great since it started. Since that first Double or Nothing. I'll say this: I did miss the first one. There was All Out, but I did watch Double or Nothing. My friend and I got it on pay-per-view, and the pre-show had me hooked, and it was very different, but it was fun. And they've just been on an upward trajectory. They've had some things that happened that were bad that people kind of laughed at them about, but you know what, everybody's gonna have their ups and downs, but
of course,
it's been phenomenal. And now with this, this changes everything. So we go to David Leon here, but Ken, thanks for watching.
Yes,
David Leon, the whole moment was perfect. The comment, yes.
Oh, yes, Michael Cole, definitely. I agree.
Straight, man. Damn straight. The announcer said nothing and just let the moment happen. Yeah, Michael Cole would have been screaming. They would have had
Vince in his ear screaming,
freaking out. Twitter's blowing up. I'm like, we know, dude. We know Twitter's blowing up. Let this happen. So that's probably why CM Punk walked down, the ramp in Chicago and not in Las Vegas. So,
amen.
Those new ice cream bars were awful. They were better off. You're right. Oh, they were so gross. They were
hard to find too. So, I think it was a year after they came out that I finally found them. I don't know if that was just like a New York thing, but they were hard to find. They didn't taste good.
Yeah,
they know what we want.
I would have told you.
Nostalgia.
Yeah. If I was if I knew you then, I first got them. I think they brought them out literally right before the pandemic last year, and that's
yeah.
And I bought a bunch of boxes because I thought they were the ice cream bars, right? So, Tom's a very good friend of mine, and I was trying to be like, oh yeah, here, have one, here, have another one, here, have another. Every time he came over, and he's like, stop, you're disgusting. I'm like, I know. He's trying to help me.
They gave them away, evidently.
They're gross. But yes, Tom, they're disgusting. I'll never get them again. So Dave here, eBay has those. How are they staying frozen? I figured it's hot in Chicago. How would you get it in? They just turn into a blob and this blob.
Don't they do those food things, right? Like those Hello Fresh kind of deliveries on ice now. Maybe they're nailing out ice box.
Yeah.
Guess the wrapper though, if worse comes to worse.
That's true. Yeah, the wrapper. That's the thing. I don't know. I think I need. It's sad. I wanted to show some pictures, whatever. But I think I need the upgrades I could share. But yeah, someone actually posted a picture of this is a CM Punk bar, blah blah blah, some kind of label on it, which was very cool. So it wasn't just you just got an ice cream bar. You got it's almost like a little souvenir wrapper. So
he should think about putting out those CM Punk bars too now. Here we go. It's not going to be as clear.
Oh yeah, try it. That works. Do it. See, that's so cool, man. It's pretty awesome. I bet you that tasted good too.
I like that
kind of any kind of magic shell chocolate. I love. So as
Did you read the A rich custard-style ice cream infused with Madagascar vanilla bean dipped in our signature chocolate shell.
Jeez, wow. They got all fancy talking about it. You see what else is here? I walk alone. Batista. Yeah. I said the only let me see who else we have on here. Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it.
Thank you too. Thank you again, Lucia.
So let me see.
Speaking of channel, if anyone wants to do yoga and wellness and card readings, things like that, right here, this is a wonderful, wonderful person, and she does yoga classes. I believe streaming from at home. So if anyone wants to get healthier, we could all use that.
Virtually too, right?
Yes, I believe so. I think it's virtually.
Awesome.
So can't beat that. You're at your house eating CM Punk ice cream cones.
Here, Ryan, I got some for you. I'm gonna put these up there. You getting some?
This AOL minutes ran out. Yeah. I wish it was the AOL minutes and not just my lack of knowledge of technology that I'm trying to look at a chat and I exit out.
See one more from.
I mean, The Undertaker.
Legendary character. Bill Goldberg almost killed him like a couple years ago, but in Saudi Arabia, dropped him on his head. I still don't know how that didn't paralyze him, but that's because the Undertaker's legit tough.
I mean, because he's undead.
Yeah, he's living on.
That's the only reason. It was all that thunder too that comes down.
Zombie biker. He's a biker too. Remember, he used to roll out on his hog all the time. Yeah. He's big into that. See a couple more questions, and then we'll continue the discussion. I skipped SummerSlam, just didn't interesting, but I did watch '93 King of the Ring recently. You know what? I'm jealous, Ben.
You can't beat the old shows. Yeah,
we'll talk about SummerSlam in a bit. We'll talk about SummerSlam in a bit. So yeah, I caught up on some of those questions. I do want to interact. That's why.
Definitely.
I have people on here. So why don't I put up some of these little things? So we talked about as I'm doing this, Ryan, before we started, we were in the green room chat. Is this now legitimately, will something like this finally get some AEW, some more mainstream, legitimate? I mean, not just Shaq and Snoop being on there, that WWF kind of exposure, but
right.
Is this something that's really gonna? I mean, that's a shot that wasn't fired across the bow. It was shot right into the damn hole. I mean, it's they're gonna try to sink the ship there. So I'd like to ask everybody, what do you guys think? You think I mean, for people that watch wrestling, we know that AEW right now is a better product. Just not many people are watching it. Right. Unfortunately, I wish they were both awesome products. I would love to talk about, the amazing counter WWE had last night with SummerSlam, but not going to happen. But what do you guys think? You think this is it? You think this is the Ryan? What do you think?
I mean, it has to be. And I have to admit, I am one of the people that jumped on AEW later as well. I just find, because I've been, and like that earlier comment about, not watching it for 6 years, most of the people that I knew who had been watching wrestling had stopped. I mean, completely. They were done with it. They were sick of it. I've been watching now again, 11 years straight now, but I got to tell you, it's hard. It was hard, like you were saying, Jeff. So I jumped on AEW later, and even now, I found myself fast forwarding through some matches because there's only so many hours in a day that you could watch, especially with all these products. So, but more and more as these amazing talents are being let go from WWE and being signed, I can't see how it can't be something. These are usually people, even like Rusev Miro now that he's over there. These were people that people loved. The crowd would go wild, and then they were just dropped or never used. So the fact that they're picking up all this talent and all these people that weren't used and didn't get to show off. Who were you just saying recently, Jeff, that you saw over at AEW and it was completely different than their Was it Andrade?
Yeah, like I wasn't really into Andrade. I'll be honest, I was wrong.
No.
I thought I didn't like him in WWE. I didn't think he was. I wasn't into it. I don't know. He's just come over now. He has like Chavo, and he just has this like cool factor about him. I don't know what it is, and I'm not just saying that because he's in AEW. Like the first time, I was like, and I'm like, all right, well, no, I mean, he's all right. It's a thing. It's working.
They proved themselves, right? I mean, I feel like they proved themselves over on AEW, probably where they couldn't.
Yeah, right. You know, so yeah, I will. I mean. I want to say this. I would listen. We've got people that we're on a lot. You know, we're on a. You know, it's not like there's like millions of people on this live stream or anything. We have people on here saying, "I didn't watch wrestling in 6 years. I think I'm going to watch again. This is exciting." I mean, so we're having some people that are saying that that speaks volumes to the of CM Punk. So us wrestling fans that have been in it now, we're finally feeling, oh, we're going to get some comeuppance. You also have people that are coming back. I will admit back in, and Ryan, I told you the story. In 2011, there was a time where I was not watching wrestling. I could not, it was very childish. And I don't say that in like a good way. I mean, I'm a man child, admittedly, but I just meant it wasn't good. The storylines weren't good. It was John Cena all the time, and I don't know. I'm not a big fan of George. So, I mean, I was a fan of them like when Austin was around because those were hot back then. But I mean, in the 2000s, maybe not so much. But I don't know. I lost my love of wrestling, and I had a couple of people that were like, "Oh man, you should give it a chance again. Don't you remember the good times?" And all right. So I'd like to thank those people because I wasn't watching it all, and I'm going to say maybe 2 weeks before Punk did his pipe bomb in Las Vegas and sat down and did his, that famous speech. That was kind of something. And I always liked CM Punk. I always thought he was very cool, even when he came in with ECW and that whole Ring of Honor. I am one of those. I'm one of the internet wrestling community people that reads a lot, hears a lot of names.
Yeah.
There's no outlet to watch stuff, but now you did. But when he cut that promo, he made wrestling very cool again. So where I would tell people,
made it feel real. Yeah.
Like, you watch wrestling? Like, yeah, I do. Wrestling's cool, man. You should check it out. Yeah, I don't think it's real. I think it's choreographed, but I don't know. People tear their ACLs, get knee surgery.
We're talking. I mean, another thing off camera. I mean, that we watch sometimes in horror, like how these people are landing, or especially in a Nia Jax match.
Yep.
So it's I mean, it's real enough that you're getting injured and you're putting your body out there. So.
Yep. Yeah. And I think that's what's happened. I think that's what just happened on Friday night. If people, I want to say maybe it wasn't as bad in 2000, like that 2000 era with the demographic of the 18 to 50 or whatever that is. The that demographic, I still think they were still watching. Like us, we were watching wrestling, AEW's coming along, making it a little bit more exciting. We're still hanging on. But I think when CM Punk comes back, now all of a sudden people think it's cool again. It made national news. It was a moment. It was a moment because, he's been crossing over and doing some mainstream stuff. He didn't do so well at UFC, but he sold tickets, fights. That's something he wanted to do. But I think what he said, you brought this up earlier, when he said that he left wrestling in 2005, and then he returned to wrestling today, kind of told a story. I mean, in all fairness, he did take those checks. He was paid very well, very, very well, to not be a wrestler, right? I mean,
that's right. That's true. I'd like some of those checks.
Yeah. So sometimes I'm like, you had the special, you got some special treatment over there, but I think he deserved better. And that the whole thing with the infection he had and stuff, that when he came out later about that on Cole Cabana's.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was like, oh god. And then when you go back and you actually look at the pictures and That is some painful stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think it's the point now to where there's just people that never watch wrestling or have been making fun of wrestling that I know up till lately. Now they're all of a sudden talking about wrestling like crazy. So I want to say
that is amazing. That is amazing.
Let me see. We have some people. Wow, we have some people chime in. Let me switch back over.
The master's at work, because I'm afraid to just even look.
Let me see. This is interesting. I was there when the merge happened with WWE. Are you talking about the WCW purchase? The contract says McMahon, but now
McMahon.
See if you respond. By the way, I'll wait for him to respond to that. Let's keep going through.
And thank you for everyone for leaving comments.
Yeah, thanks, guys. This is getting a lot of interaction here, so I'm trying to keep up with you. I'm not ignoring. It's just just the whole multitasking thing.
He's dealing with someone who doesn't know how to do anything over here, so he's doing it all.
Yeah, I'll pull the curtain back. Like basically up till 5 minutes before we went on the show, I couldn't get my microphone to work, so there I'm still trying to come down from those nerves. But everything's good now. You see, Lucha Brothers new tag champs at All Out. I hope so. That would be awesome. Love the Lucha Bros. They're awesome. You like them, Ryan? What do you think?
I was going to say, they stood out when I started watching AEW. I agree. I'm excited. And I'm excited to now fully embrace AEW and not just watch select matches like I had been doing. So I'm excited.
Yeah, they were Penta and Phoenix. I really did like them back in. I'll say this: I discovered them in Lucha Underground. So during this part where Daniel Bryan got thrown in the trash and it was Reigns taking over, I don't know. Part of me started to think, well, Access TV came on, so they had New Japan. So I started watching some of that, and I'm like, oh, so that's great. So I learned, I got to see guys like Nakamura actually like on TV versus just reading or looking at little YouTube clip. That was actually
like now he's on again.
Well, he's King Nakamura now. But yeah, definitely different character now. But back then, I mean, I was like, man, this guy's awesome. This guy's great. And then there was Lucha Underground. People had been talking. I didn't get the El Rey network, so I had to buy all the episodes on iTunes. And I would say,
how much were the episodes going for?
I bought the whole season. I would buy the whole season for $50 because I missed the first season.
Oh.
And I remember that was a shortened season. Like I'm trying to remember how many episodes it was. Maybe like 20. Maybe this is a while ago.
20, okay.
But I used to have to buy them. I think they might have been like $2 or $3 each episode. But then and you remember I was telling you about this before too. These weren't airing live. These were shot I think they were shot like a whole year ago or something. So when season 2 came out, if you didn't get El Rey, you could just buy the whole season on.
That's great. Yeah. That's great.
Right. So, and it was done. It was, like I said, like I told you before, it was done almost. It's not like wrestling like you see now. It was almost done like a movie. So there were plots and all kinds of things happening. But yeah, and then they had a season finale that's set up for season 2. So they,
they actually have They go through with their story plans. Ooh,
yep.
They follow through.
Yeah, like if you were watching like a normal series, and then like all of a sudden in the last 5 minutes they'll have like all the different characters doing their thing, and like left up in the air, and then you're like, oh, and then you have to wait till next year. You have to wait till season 2 to watch it. That's how they did that. So it was very, but there were a lot of great guys. And gals, I should say too, that were on that show, and it was incredible. So like Ricochet was, he was under a mask though. Like he was their world champion. Like he was like,
and to see what he's become now. Although I mean they've been using him the last few weeks, but just a shame, really.
Yeah, he left for, and that's how they found him. They found him on Lucha Underground. So he was like, adios. He was on the indies. He was New Japan. And I'm trying to remember I hate when I'm put on the spot, but I can't remember his name. He was pretty popular on the indies, but he was wearing that mask, and I had no idea. I had no idea that was him until he went to WWE, and it was Ricochet. And by that point, I knew who he was because I read all the news that he was leaving and he wouldn't be a part of Lucha Underground anymore. So I went up, but sorry, kind of went around the long way of talking about the Lucha Bros. I love those guys. I loved when they were the Death Triangle with Pac. Another guy that WWE. I mean, he sat out for like 2 years. He's like, I'd rather sit out and do absolutely nothing than go back on WWE TV again. You know, I mean. He didn't give a shit, right? So, yeah. So I wish they would have did more with the triangle, with the Death Triangle. I don't know if it looks like Andrade is trying to recruit them, but I don't know. We'll see. You never know. But yeah, would love for them to have the belts. That would be great. You know. So WWE get a nice little throwback. Girths. To think we thought the product was stale in 2011. Never knew how far it would stay. Yeah.
Although there's less fart and poop jokes, possibly. Like, I guess that's a. Depending on what you think, how you feel about them, that might be a change. That's probably the only thing.
Yeah, like listen. I have a very strange sense of humor. I think there's a time and a place for fart jokes, you know. Maybe not so much in my pro wrestling, all the time.
Vince, I think, loves it. I'm assuming.
Yes. Let me see what else. There's a few more comments here to catch. Oh wow, there's a lot coming in. So.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, you guys are great, and I want to get to you. So. That's when he checked out. Not a fan of the Kiss My Ass Club, right? You know that's probably like a real thing too, right?
Oh, I had no doubt, Jeff. I figured this is definitely part of backstage antics.
Yeah. I have a feeling this is how the
board bedroom antics.
Yeah. Yeah, they're probably like, why don't we put this on TV? We do this in the board meetings. He's like, yeah, well, everybody kiss my ass now. Yeah, I'm sure it's. Oh yeah, Jesse, I do too. I made it through that. I was talking about with my friend yesterday. I'm like, we need her back. She was great, beautiful, talented. Ryan, if you missed that, she had come over for a little bit. She had, I think she had to go back, and now with what's going on, I think she's kind of trapped over there. But I mean, I've never seen someone just come out of nowhere and catch fire in a promotion, and then and with the strangest, beautifully strange. Please, I'm not knocking her at all.
No. Yeah, I totally.
Just talking about her. So let me see. Trying to click here. The risk was real. I wonder if that was something we were talking about before.
For the Kiss My Ass Club, possibly?
The risk of not kissing the ass?
The risk was real. That's probably what it was. Started changing.
That's true.
I agree, and I pray that they wake up, because at this point, how much lower can he get?
Yep.
Vince taking over NXT now and making all these changes. I don't get it. Unless he wants to kill the company off and then sell it.
Yeah. Like I say, they started with Jericho, right? And that's pretty legit. That's a pretty legit player. But still, it's also somebody who, he's obviously on the twilight of his careers. I love Chris Jericho. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I mean, I still wear his T-shirts and stuff. I mean, he's pretty
Chris Jericho.
He's a very entertaining character. He's got a lot of great stories to tell. I'm just thinking with CM Punk. CM Punk he looked in great shape. Why do he look so young?
not working at WWE probably.
Same with Sting. Like, why does when Sting was in WWE,
They're aging backwards.
I mean, he was lumbering around. I mean, he's putting double scorpions on people now. Scorpion Death Fox.
They were holding out. They weren't given the goods, knowing something better was coming.
Yep. I agree. This has that kind of feel, for people that were in wrestling at the time. Back then, when he came over, that was pretty big. Wrestling fans since the '80s, he's making it great.
All of those people.
Yeah.
Ryback, I still agree. I liked Ryback.
Right. Yeah.
And Braun was a shock. I mean, I don't know why I was so shocked, but I was shocked that he released him as well. Rusev, love him. Of course, Bray Wyatt, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he's gonna show up. You sent me a picture. Hold on, let me grab my phone.
Oh, well, I don't know if people know, but Wyatt did shave his beard off a few days ago, and he looks quite different. And supposedly they saw him the other day at AEW. I mean, it looks like the picture that I saw of his.
Whoa. It's almost like there was a picture that was going here. Everybody, let me.
Are you thinking of the Ric Flair train? We were talking.
Oh no, I'm not going to show that on the GCAT.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the picture you were thinking of. I know it looks like. I mean, from this picture you don't, but he recently shaved, and he's basically just has the top of the head on, so it looks like it's him.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I think he's going to go there. I'm thinking,
Brian.
I guess. Yeah, Brian, Adam Cole tonight. I think his this will be on Takeover. This is probably his last match. I think he's out. I think he's going to be gone too. Somebody else they should have kept.
Wow.
I mean, he's so young. That could have been your new star. And here's the thing too, Ryan. And for everyone listening, a lot of comments come in about the fact that these they don't want AEW to become Impact with just all these leftovers.
Oh,
there's a huge difference though. But, I mean, of course, there was like Booker T and there was Christian Cage over in Impact. So they brought over people that might have been a little bit past their prime. You know what I mean? Or maybe, but people like Miro, people like Brian, he can still go. Bray Wyatt. With his own character that no one's going to control or tell him what to say. I mean, the sky's the limit. He hasn't hit superstar status because no one's let him. He always gets yanked back. He's always there, and he just gets pulled back because it's not Vince's creation. Cannot wait to see what he has.
And he was the only person that was pushed, but I thought lost every match. Every match, I feel like for years every match was built up, and he lost every single one. He would come back with a great gimmick, and it's crazy to think that he's not there anymore. I mean, I love Alexa Bliss. Don't get me wrong, but the fact that basically they took his character that he was with the fun house and gave it to Alexa. I mean, it is what it is, but it just sucks because I think he was on to something with that whole thing, the fun house, the Fiend.
Yeah. Every gimmick I guess he has, turns the goal, but it's never enough. I mean, think about this: WrestleMania, the cinematic stuff was kind of sad. I was talking to my friend last night. I'm just saying, with Drew, celebrating his world title win finally in an empty building, it was sad. But one of the cool things from those cinematic matches was that Bray Wyatt, that thing was with Cena coming out as the NWO, like a heel Cena, like that was real cerebral, man. That was deep. And from the podcast I heard with Bruce Pritchard, he helped produce it, but he said that was Bray.
I believe it.
So,
believe it totally.
Let me go to somewhere. Let me catch on someone's comments. Hey, Freddie Young, what's up, man? What's up, guys? Punk's turn. Yeah.
This is all good things. All good things.
Yep.
Man, I hope. Wonderful. Wonderful.
I can't wait.
Yeah, WWE ruined their love. I've heard that a few times, unfortunately. But I gotta tell you, I mean, over the past year, still nothing beats a live match. I mean, going to see them live, even if I wasn't enjoying the product on TV, still that energy of going and that always remains. But damn, is that's not the truth.
Heck yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Freddie Young. Prince Puma. I almost said Great Puma, who is we were talking earlier about Ricochet's gimmick. And,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, sometimes I know lots of stuff. You put me on the spot sometimes. I'm like, but yeah, that's what it was. Yep. Prince Puma. He was awesome. Yep. Freddie. Thank you. That's who he was. He was big on the indies, and then they put him under a mask and they put him on Lucha Underground, and that was their champ. So yeah, thank you, Freddie. I just wanted to give him props for sending that to me. Let's see. Never watched AEW. I have to check it out. I was watching MMA for a while.
Oh.
I mean, MMA, man, that's that's legit, like where you punch people in the face and stuff. So WCW was founded by Ted Turner in 1988. Yeah, I guess because they had, NWA and all the territories. They finally,
1988, okay.
But they still had like the NWA belt and all that. So just keep going. Let me see. I will probably see criticized, but I don't like CM Punk, his ability and persona, and our pro wrestling. I'll be sorry. Everything's subjective. Everybody's got an
That's right. That's right. I know there's probably people that would go, "Oh my God," but not here, not with us.
There's probably millions of people that if they, but just saying if they heard what I said would be like, John Cena, how could you be bored by John Cena? He made that company like $1 billion. Like, you're insane. So yeah, it's all
everyone exactly. Everyone has their loves, and that's the best thing. That's the best part I feel about wrestling. You find the people that you like or you dislike.
Yep. Kissing ass is not a risk. It is deadly. I mean, you can get a coli that way, right? I believe it's potential. Yeah. That's why you wash your hands.
Oh,
you can't wash your
definitely.
face or your lips. Seriously, the WWE has been around a little bit longer than WCW, about 8 years.
Okay.
Probably, I guess, from when they went over from WWF. Man, thank God Vince got rid of one of those W's. That's a lot. It's like us with the 3R or triple R or R3. We have a lot of R's going. Recap.
Yeah.
A lot of R's. Let me see. Bray without his beard reminds me of Bulk from the
Pound. Yeah. That is amazing.
That's
and
good.
So true.
That's good.
So true.
He
does not look like himself. I wonder if he's with JoJo now, right? So I wonder if she's like, who is this person? Bulk from the Power Rangers. You just need Skull.
He's going up right here. Hey, John Squires. What's up,
John?
Ready
Thank you for coming.
Himself. Guys, been watching since the start, enjoying the show. Very interested to see AEW's viewership numbers this past. Oh yeah, I am too. I couldn't even gauge to think. I feel like so many people who are just that watched it weren't even. A lot of them people weren't even wrestling fans. They just started to. I mean, it was creeping into like, if I'm on like normal sports message boards or anywhere, like it was always creeping in somewhere. Somebody was talking about it. So
that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
How it breaches the gaps of things like that.
Yeah, like I'm not.
I am interested.
But...
I'm interested as well. I would love to see what the viewership numbers. It has to. I mean, it had to have jumped, right? And hopefully this puts a fire under WWE.
Yes, and thank you, John. I'm glad you've been enjoying the show so far.
Thank you.
We're just kind of a new format. So we're just trying to work our way through. Hey, what's up?
Hey. Thank you. Hello.
Another person. Please follow. Please subscribe to his channel. He's a freaking hilarious guy. Really great guy too. Really great guy. He's funny, a lot of fun.
I agree.
Big time wrestling fan. He can talk some wrestling. So he's on this side of wrestling too. So He's all down with this kind of talk we're having. Let me see. Thank you for understanding, Jeff. Oh, about
Definitely.
the
Definitely.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely. I feel like that's nothing worse in a fandom than people that just hate on whatever. People could love whatever they want. I mean, Jeff, we were talking, and not to change this up, but let's say He-Man.
Yeah.
People don't like Orko, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jeff likes Orko as well.
I do.
People hate Orko. People hate Snarf from the Thundercats. I don't know. But random, you know, there's a character for everybody, and love that.
Yes.
Love that.
Ryan's here. Can I do show and tell? Are you going to be okay for a second if I just step over?
Oh yeah, of course. I have no idea how to do the chat, people, so forgive me. So I don't know what the next chat will be, but
do you know what I should do before I step in, everybody? Because it's a wrestling show. I got Hacksaw Jim Duggan to sign a 2x4. Just want to show that.
I love that, and it's in the perfect spot at the bottom of the bar right there.
Yeah, I never realized in like my videos, because there's where I stand, that it always gets blocked. But I mean, if you're just sitting at my bar, it's like in the perfect place. It looks very cool when you're sitting here live. But I did not know.
Oh, there he is.
I didn't know Orko. Everyone hated him. This makes me sad.
I mean, if anyone's He-Man fans, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like the consensus of people. Well, Kevin Smith said everyone hates Orko, but I don't know if that's true. I don't either.
I like Kevin Smith, but I do like Orko. So you can get these at Dollar Tree for $1 before they.
You can't beat that. You can't beat that.
Yo, that Dollar Tree Plus talk better go in the garbage. I don't want to hear any of that. Not to get on the side tangent.
I've been hearing about that for years, about that rumor, and I couldn't believe it actually happened.
No.
Dollar Tree going 5 and below style for anyone who doesn't know. If anyone has a Dollar Tree next to them.
Well, my friend told me that for real, 5 Below's been thinking of doing 10 Below.
It's basically 10. I feel like 10. I'm thinking of someplace up. Yeah. Oh no, not 5 Below, because everything's $5 anyway.
Most things are $10 and below, like when you go somewhere. I don't.
Yeah.
Say, here we go. Sorry, I don't want to get sidetracked from no wrestling. Let me see. Do you guys think credible champions hold titles for a long period of time, or have lots of titles like Cena and Flair? For me, I think better champions hold titles for longer periods of time. I do too.
I agree
with that. I mean, Flair's been wrestling forever, and a lot of times when he had to, the reason he had to do that so many times is because they would put the belt on somebody just to set up something different. Like when they gave him Ronnie Garvin, they gave him the belt only to get it back, or they would try out a new champion and it just wasn't working out, and they're like, we better put the belt back on Flair. This is not good. So I know during this time, but yeah, I think if you have a long reign, that's really good. People talk about that Hulk Hogan. I'm not saying he's a great wrestler. I'm just saying, like, he has that 4-year reign. Like, that to me is big to have the belt that long, CM Punk had the record, right? He held the belt for the longest in the WWE. And then once he sued them, they had to that retcon that, right? But yeah, I agree. MMS, absolutely.
I don't know. I thought I must have been dumb on SummerSlam, but I thought they were going to give John that 17th win just to piss off Flair for some reason last night. But then I should have known better that he wasn't going to lose Reigns.
Yep.
Frustration about how many times they won. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that means if you're a 17-time or 16-time champion, I'm like, so you lost it 15 times? Yikes. Sounds like you're batting 500, doesn't sound very good. Hell yeah, he is, man. Damn straight. Gotta love Orko.
You're talking my language.
Yeah. Yep. Wait, are you saying what about, oh my God, I can't believe they have these things at Dollar Tree, or the $5 thing, the Dollar Tree Plus thing? Yeah, there's no Dollar Tree in my area. That stinks.
Oh, because they have like Jeff said in something else, they have He-Man, Skeletor, Man-at-Arms,
Like
Merman.
a huge set of like maybe like 20 figures. So
When I'm not talking about this, I'm talking about toys. So
yeah, Great Dirk toys. It's an inside joke with me. And
so
Dirk.
talking about
Toys.
man
Give me that toy.
babies.
What's that?
Talking about man babies, I'm gonna say I'm with you. I talk about toys all the time, so I'm here for that.
Do chaps feel like WWE hold wrestlers from other companies back? Oh, absolutely. They've always have. Put Dusty in polka dots. Come on, man.
But he sold those polka dots. Ooh, if anyone could pull off polka dots, it's that man right there.
Yep. And what about and his son? What about Cody? He gave him so many goofy gimmicks, but Cody knocked them all out of the park, man. Say what you want about Cody. Yeah. Yo, man, he might be doing something his father never got to do. Knock
he
Vince
sells a gimmick.
on his
I
ass.
agree.
Yeah. Not literally. I mean, not go up and punch him. I mean, just
kiss it possibly, but no.
Same.
Oh yes. Terrible how they treat.
And I was saying, Jesse's talking about. I meant to talk about that a little bit more. I skipped over was Kyrie and Asuka when they had them as a tag team or whatever, and
amazing Kabuki Warriors. What a great.
Yep.
I mean, unfortunately, they're both single players, fantastic, but that was a great tag team. And then they kind of brought Paige out for a little while to try to, but love the two of them together. Love the two of them together.
Yeah. Separately, they're awesome. They brought them together, and then Asuka got to play off that crazy gimmick. But no, I love both. I meant to Jesse, if you're still watching, I meant to go into that a little bit more. So
yeah, we were kind of like, I guess, like doing the AEW side of things.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I totally agreed. Like, I feel like she was only here for like a little bit and then gone or whatever. So,
and she went back to Japan, right? So
yeah,
I heard that was
done with WWE. She was like, bye. And
was it because she missed her husband? I heard, or is that possibly just part of the whole situation? Plus, probably WWE,
yeah,
how they treat.
Well, I mean,
there.
if you're there, but think about this though: if you're there and you're happy and you're making good money and you're happy when you figure out a way to.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And there's people do that now with jobs. They work long distance, but they're happy and like we're gonna, So I don't know. I know nothing. I'm just a fan. I'm just assuming. I read too much.
With WWE though, I feel like you never know when you're going to be let go. Unfortunately, that's probably what she's worried about.
But back to Movie Massacre. I absolutely hated what they did. That was terrible, both of them. So, yep, Nakamura. I thought that was going to be his moment, and then Asuka too with Charlotte. Charlotte, right? We'll figure out a way to get you this Orco, man. We'll hit me up on you're on. I think we're connected on Instagram. If not, connect with me. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna make sure some of my local stores still have them. I think I got lucky when I went in there to see many of them.
And if worse comes to worse, I did order a $20 box of 20 of them from DollarTree.com. So let me know if you can.
That's dedication. That is dedication.
Or insanity, depending on what you think.
Well, I'll go a little crazy sometimes, Ryan. So
yes,
it's only $20. That's 20 investments in Dollar Tree. That's how I say it with my movies.
That's right.
When I buy all that crap for no reason. How you guys feel about Chris Jericho?
And the Mexican street corn.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about him earlier. We talked about him. He's definitely a main event player. Really interesting guy. Obviously loves wrestling. He's been around it forever, and I think it's great that I do think that I think we're seeing his run in AEW is coming to an end. We'll probably be a commentator or something, but you never know. We always say this, and then he
with him
he invents himself like Madonna and wrestles another decade. So, but I do.
He might have another little stretch at him in a few years.
Yep, he definitely gives back to the business. Absolutely. I want to see a lot of these guys that used to. That's what I mean. There's a lot of these guys like him when they were younger. Oh no, these older guys never give back. They never help the younger talent put people over. So now all of a sudden they're in their shoes and they're doing. They practice what they preached. So
that's wonderful. It's wonderful to hear that.
Yeah, Sammy Guevara will tell you a lot about how much Chris Jericho's worked with him and helped him with stuff. So, he came out with that stupid thing on his head, and he's like, "Yeah, you're better than that." So, the first episode of AEW, Ryan, if you didn't see it, the first match was Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara, and he comes out with this like panda thing on his head. You look like you bought at Dollar Tree. Like it's.
I might have seen a picture of this actually.
Hold on. I'm gonna use my picture.
Maybe it was a Dollar Tree item. Oh, it goes back to Dollar Tree. All roads lead to Dollar Tree.
Yeah, y'all got to see this if you haven't. Panda head. Hey, look, this ain't Photoshop, bro.
I'll wait. I'll refrain from drinking. Oh. Ooh. It's got like, is that a cape, like a little neck thing attached to it that it went down a little lower so you get the full ensemble of the panda head?
It was like when you go into those hotels and they have those bear rugs up in the mountains. It's like that, but a panda. And you put it, it was almost like he was wearing that. But it was
now
like
that,
something from the store. Yeah.
That is a gimmick. That is a good gimmick.
Almost.
So what happened post episode 1? Where did that headdress go?
He went in and actually that's like right after I guess after the match with Cody, he helped the Inner Circle. Well, they weren't the Inner Circle yet, but he helped Jericho attack Cody and establish himself as a heel. He came out as a face, I would say. People didn't know who he was. So
if you come out in that, you got to be a face, I think, to sell that probably.
And I like him a lot. I think he's the future. So that's what I mean about the AEW. Even though they're signing some of these guys, there's dudes like Jungle Boy. There's dudes like Sammy. There's definitely Hangman Adam Page. There's definitely these younger guys that I see being MJF. My God, I mean, talk about. Even if he breaks his leg tomorrow and can never wrestle again, or has a permanent. I mean, his gift of gab will extend his career forever. So,
and that helps.
Let me catch up with a lot of questions. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Did I skip? I might have skipped somebody. Sorry, I went too far ahead. Do they think they missed an opportunity with Joe versus Brock? Yeah, Samoa Joe and Brock. Absolutely, that would have been awesome. Absolutely.
And Samoa Joe, that whole thing, he was a commentator, and then wasn't he let go as well?
He was let go, and then they brought him back, I think, for less money.
NXT, right?
NXT. Yeah, yep.
So, yeah, I'm surprised as well. Again, I don't think they know what to do with the booking.
Yeah, he's. I'll say this though, that was Samoa Joe's pretty great on. Like I thought he was pretty good on the mic for a guy that's not a commentator all the time. So
I enjoyed it as well. I wish.
Like just because you can cut a good promo doesn't mean you're going to be a great commentator. Those are like two totally different things. It's just the ability to speak well, but then the call action and color commentate and all that. And you have Vince McMahon yelling in your ear.
Yes.
Screaming.
Yes.
Yeah. Just it's like a screech. Just the whole time must be insane. So he did very well. But yes, back to yes, and Freddie Young agrees with you as well, Kenny, that the boat was definitely missed. Did anyone watch the Tony Khan and Punk press conference on YouTube after Rampage? I did not.
A few minutes I did. I did watch a few minutes of it, and I did like that he didn't put any time on it, that he's from what I saw, he's full-time. Because one of the questions was if he, how many years he was going to do it, how long was he going to be on all pay-per-views, and he said, "Do you really want to know how the sausage is made? I mean, come on." But evidently, no, he's in it for the long haul. He said, and he's, I believe, full-time. So that's even more exciting.
Yeah,
which I doubt. I figured he would if he was going to come back for a little while at least, full-time. But yeah, I want to see more of that myself. Did you movie Massacre?
Yeah, I hope so. Maybe he was like, "No, I missed it. Can you guys tell me what happened so I don't have to watch?"
Yeah, I wish I would have known more.
Yeah, no, he's back for good. And I do like, what I meant to mention earlier, because I don't want this to. Well, I'll talk about Punk if that's what people want to talk about and ask questions. I'll talk about whatever. With this, I'm just letting everybody kind of drive the show. Whatever they want to talk about, we'll keep hitting topics. But I did want to say that was one thing that it's really funny that CM Punk said something about I remembered for the longest time he wanted all these people in WWE and he wanted these guys in the spotlight, and all of a sudden I feel like AEW made a place like what he always wanted, and they asked him to come there back in 2019 at All Out for Chicago, and I think it was done through text messages. It all sounded very amateurish, like Cody reaching out by text message, and CM Punk's like no,
it was really Vince.
Yeah, Vince, come back now. This is Cody. Vince, I still have you.
Catfishing online.
Yeah, because Vince doesn't know that you can put in people's numbers, their name and all that. He's like, Vince, I can see it, you. But no, he wanted to come back, and then he said no, and I'm like, wow, you know what? I mean, I'm sure he doesn't want to just jump right back in again, but he always wanted this. Now there's a place where he could kind of help, and he's not there. So, But he did address. It was always something in my mind I always thought about, and he did make that. He did address that in the ring. So Ryan, to your point about him being in it for the long haul, that's why I'm like, I definitely think him signing was not just for a paycheck. He doesn't need the money.
I agree.
It's not all about CM Punk either. I mean, think about it. Of all the people he got to pick to fight, he picked Darby Allin, because Darby Allin probably reminds Punk. I mean, Darby Allin had the TNT title for a while, but he's looked at the lights too many times in these big matches, So he's another guy. He's the future. As long as he stays healthy, man, that dude's crazy. That guy.
It's good. Wish for all of them.
Yeah. Let me see. He was so perfect with Roman and especially AJ. Styles. I was thinking.
AJ, yeah, I was thinking AJ Lee for a minute.
AJ Lee, and I was like, "Whoa, hey, Kenny, you got some news you want to drop on that you can't." No, I remember that thing with Roman Reigns. That was awesome. He even had that thing where he won the. He had that time when he won the U.S. title, and he cut the best promo. You could tell it was impromptu. Now this
he always did. I mean,
yeah.
Always did. The promos were.
I bet you, I bet you, and him and CM Punk are friends in real life. So I wonder if he would have gotten released now, if Joe would have re-signed for less money to go back to NXT. I don't think so. I think he would. We're reunited. They used to have quite a feud in Ring of Honor. So there is a shout out to Wendy. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Hello, Wendy. Be right back.
Go ahead. He's doing this now because I abandoned him and left him on. But I'm going to keep answering some of y'all questions because there's still a lot. I'm trying to catch up. So I appreciate y'all's patience. How did you feel about Beck? Movie Massacre show. I'm gonna come back to this because I want Ryan to come back for this. This is I promise I'm going to come back to this because this is a pretty big topic because I have mixed feelings. Yeah, man, definitely check it out. I've been trying to tell people for years, and anyone that will listen to me just to give it a shot. And I know they're not perfect. I feel like sometimes they make mistakes and learn from them. And Ryan, you missed. I went to this, and this is a great question. This is a big topic. How do you guys feel about Becky Lynch?
Oh, thank you for bringing this up, Movie Massacre.
We were going to talk about this, so yeah. Big topic.
I understand that Becky did need, to come back and make some kind of impression, but the fact that she already came out and the place went not as crazy, I guess, as the CM Punk crowd, but it went crazy. But my God, Bianca Belair, I feel terrible for her. I mean, that was terrible. I feel like, she was just buried. That's it. And the weird thing is, I don't know if anyone else heard this, but that they knew for 8 days that Sasha wasn't going to be at SummerSlam, supposedly. I thought it was maybe a last-minute thing, but I actually thought it was because she had, made comments about CM Punk coming back like in a positive way without saying it. I said, "Oh, Vince might be pissed," and like just threw her off. But supposedly for 8 days, I don't know if it's an injury or if it's something else. But to do that to Bianca, I felt terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this because I like Becky Lynch a lot. So
definitely.
I'm shocked she agreed to this, but then again, I try to tell people, man, like this. We look at it fun and games, but this is a corporation. This is a business. Your boss tells you to do something, you do something, no matter who you are, or else I'll find the next Becky Lynch, right? I'll find somebody else that'll do it. You're building up somebody here with Bianca Belair, and the Sasha thing. I thought it had something to do with COVID. I hear a lot of crap, so I don't know what's crap and what's real. So, but yeah, I told my friend too yesterday, and I watched it with, I thought she was off the show. Then she was back on, right? Yes. And then she's off again. And I don't know. Then all of a sudden, like right before when the pre-show was on, they're like, oh yeah, Sasha Banks isn't going to be on there. So Carmella comes out. And him and I are making fun of, we're joking. I think I made a joke to him and said, hey, if I forced you to come to SummerSlam and now all of a sudden you're watching Bianca Belair versus Carmella for the title, how bad are you kicking my ass right now for dragging you there? He's like, oh, I'd be so mad. Well, all of a sudden Becky Lynch comes out. I'm thinking like, all right, this is great. This is, welcome back, Becky Lynch. I like her a lot. Thought this was interesting. I thought maybe she was just going to, and she came down and got in the ring, and I'm like, she's going to cut a promo? Like, what's, I don't know. Maybe give somebody, be like, listen, I don't care who wins. It doesn't matter who
wins.
That's
what I thought, yeah.
I got next. So go ahead. And then that would have made everybody happy, and then there would have been a match, right? And I figured, Bianca would go over since, they were building her. Well, that not only did she lose, I mean, she got squashed. I mean, the Ultimate Warrior Honky Tonk Man match in the very first SummerSlam when Ultimate Warrior ran down and took out Honky Tonk Man, who had the belt for like almost 2 years, I think, in 4 moves. It was some kind of really shoddy rock bottom and pinned her. And I was like, oh, I even feel like even though the crowd wasn't like the whole time that going crazy or whatever for anything except for that moment, I feel like that took a lot of the, and I could be wrong, Ryan. You let me know. You guys that are watching, please let me know too. I feel like that took it out. That took
it was
out of the crowd. I don't even in the close-ups when Bianca was walking back, the people that were on the rail, they were going like they felt bad, like that's just didn't feel right, didn't feel good. It was very heelish. Right, so Becky's coming back as a heel. That would have worked, but you also just buried a talent.
That is a good point because she kept showing the belt, saying it's mine now. So maybe they will pull a heel with her.
Yeah, that was.
But yeah, Bianca's face, even like when you were saying when she's walking back there, Jeff, I was like, my God, she's even like. The way she was even selling, I wasn't sure how she was taking because it was kind of like she's like, okay, yeah, like it was just like, yeah, okay, but confused. So I hope they do something with her. I mean, talented girl, just got the title. She might not have been the ideal women's champion, but give her time to at least, But I guess that's their CM Punk. That was what they came up with.
Yeah. Although Tony Khan didn't have CM Punk come down and pin Darby Allin in 3 seconds.
Exactly.
It's I don't know. Like I said, I'm happy that she's back. I really do like her, but that is that
agree.
Was bad. I don't like agree. That. So I don't know. Movie Massacre Show viewers, tell me how did you guys feel? I mean, I was glad to see her back, sure, but
definitely.
I don't need to change hands. It didn't have to happen. It wasn't a good surprise. I don't know. You kind of made a happy moment. It was great, It's kind of like when you used to buy somebody a gift for their birthday and they'd open it up and it was like, could have been a toy and it was a happy thing and be like, oh, you already have this. And it's like, oh.
Or it's a t-shirt, or it's not a t-shirt, well, as a kid, or like a sweater as a kid.
Yeah.
A turtleneck. A turtleneck? What about that?
Yeah. You give somebody like a Star Wars, game or something and they're like, yeah, I kind of like the newer trilogy. And it's like, oh, okay, sorry. Made a real bad moment, so. Let me see. Freddie Young. I turned. Oh.
Well, there you go. That speaks volumes then.
Speaks volumes. Speaks volumes about that. Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, I do like your shirt, dude. I like R-Truth. Always have.
I like your shirt. Oh, R-Truth. Love him. The only thing that makes me laugh now on WWE.
That's right. Oh yeah.
Intentionally.
Yeah, I mean, I loved when he started when he was going through his gimmick where he was like smoking and drinking water, and he was fighting John Cena, and then he was going crazy, talking to little Jimmy. Always enjoyed that. So.
Oh.
No, it's not. It's the one from it's the one from 2011.
A classic.
It's a shirt I retired. I brought out of retirement.
That's very fitting, though. Isn't that fitting for tonight?
Now keep it out. Movie Massacre. Yeah, because him and I have been talking. We were both trying to get one on Friday, and I told him, I'm like, dude, don't. I go, the site's crashed, and they only have the one with the front, not the thing that says I was here.
That was really. Yeah. Yes, that's the one, right? That's the one.
Yeah. But I think you and I are gonna have to get the I was there watching on TV shirt that Tom mentioned. Somebody needs to make that for real.
I'm sure it's gonna be there. It's gonna be like last year's I wasn't at SummerSlam T-shirt or whatever they had with the empty arena.
Yeah. As soon as Greenberg came,
Goldberg,
yeah.
I don't know. Why do they? I mean, I'll give to anyone who wants to come out and do it again. I mean, like we said, there's somebody for everybody, and I don't care, if you hate or love somebody, it's all your taste. But I agree. Why do they keep pushing Goldberg? He gets nothing. I mean, now they threw the kid in to kind of like give it some weight, but yeah, I'm glad they're not saying Oldberg anymore in the chants, or are they? I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, Goldberg never liked wrestling to be. He always said, right. I don't care. It pays a lot. It's my job. Whatever. It's. So then he retired. He went away, and now he came back because he ran out of money. And
well, he's on the Goldbergs now as the gym teacher. So
what's that?
He's on the sitcom now, the Goldbergs, the 80s.
Oh yeah,
as the gym teacher, Goldberg.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like he's wrestled more now and been a part of wrestling more now than when he was before he retired and WCW was acquired. So I don't know. But yeah, he's and he almost killed Undertaker. We brought that up too, Kenny.
Ooh, yeah, that is terrible. That alone, that gets you.
Good for Matt Riddle for calling him out on that. Matt Riddle told him to his face too. That even makes it better.
How do you brought up Matt Riddle? Do you like the RK Bro? Does everyone like RK Bro?
Yeah, what do
How
you guys
long
think?
before Randy betrays him and gives him an RKO out of nowhere again?
I thought he was going to get low. I thought Riddle was going to get low blowed and RKO'd when they were doing the little pose at the end, because with Randy Orton.
Amen. I thought for sure. The shirt is cool though. I like the snake riding the little scooter.
Yeah, I do too. I like Matt Riddle. So it's strange to see Randy Orton do something different like that, which is very cool. And you can tell Randy Orton's buying into it. So that I do appreciate that. I like that.
I agree. I like this side of him.
Joe versus Brock would have been amazing. I know, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is horrible. So would have loved to have seen that.
So true.
Freddie Young. I remember. Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. We never really got the real match. You guys think tonight is Adam Cole? You did ask me about this on Instagram,
right?
I did say I was going to bring this up. Yep. I think so. If you ask me, I don't have no inside knowledge.
Wow.
I just an educated guess. Yeah.
Wow, what a week for wrestling then.
Yeah, I mean they're going to pay him. It's all of his best friends are over there. His fiance, Britt Baker, love Britt Baker. She's over there, and what's it called? The Twitch thing. He does a lot with Twitch, and Vince has Ryan. Vince has that. He did that. He was pulling that shit with Rusev too. Was about
and it's so shame because these people can't wrestle forever. So when they get these side things, I'm all for it, but.
They're even using their real names, and they don't even talk about wrestling on there. They're just, doing their thing.
Well, that's the problem. You're not in your character. You kayfabe or.
Yeah, like Vince, do you not have enough money? Like this is so stupid. But listen. All of a sudden now you're starting to see the rats flee the ship. So Adam Cole is a guy that's like meant for AEW. Like. I think he's only went to NXT because I don't think AEW was like that well established yet, and he got to go over with the Undisputed Era, but all his boys in the elite are over there, and I think it only makes sense. So yes, I want to watch. I'm going to definitely watch that after this. So, and he's great. He'd fit right in. Oops, hold on, I scrolled too far, Ryan. So let me go back.
Like I said,
we're trying to keep
I'm impressed.
up.
Whatever you could do, Jeff. You were amazing. Technology.
Oh, wait. Got to go back up one. We have a trivia question.
Oh.
Ryan, do you know this?
It's
okay if you don't. I'm just asking.
Wrestling trivia. Which segment is Choppy your pee-pee from?
Do you remember this? So back in the Attitude Era,
not off the top of my head.
Well, it was back in the Attitude Era. Val Venus had a
Val Venus,
and was the manager's name? Was it Mr. Yamaguchi-san? But anyway, he was with Kai and Tai, Taka Michinoku and Dick to Go, and who's the other guy? But anyway, why are their names slipping me? But yeah, they had this segment at the end of Raw where they had, he was Val Venus he's always, he's a porn star. He was always like,
he was in that towel.
Yeah. So he went to go bang Mr. Yamaguchi-san's sister, I believe, or Taka's sister. It was one of Kai-Tai's. It was some family member was getting pushed in. I will say that. How about that? It was always very graphical, Val Venus, where they go to this shot in the back where they all have him like tied down, and Mr. Yamaguchi-san has the sword like this, like he's gonna like cut off his dick, and then it went one of those things where like cut away or whatever. So and then that's what he was saying, like choppy oh pee pee. Yeah.
Only the Attitude Era you could get away with this.
It was a different time, right?
Forget it. This now. It'd be canceled.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably still get away with, I guess, cutting someone's pee-pee off. But, it was a different time. We'll just say that. But, yes, thank you for reminding me of that because And
Now I have
that's like a
something to
comedy
Google
segment. Oh, that's
after.
great. Really happy to see Becky back, but feel they should have built up a feud first. I feel they did that for shock value just to compete with. Yeah, man, of course.
Definitely.
And they they fucked it up. You could have what I said, and not that I know everything. I'm just saying, have her come in right before the match and be like, "Yo," or you know what? Have the match.
Yes, because Carmelo probably, unfortunately for her, she probably would have jobbered it within 2 minutes anyway. Yeah. So, let Carmella have the match. Let it go as planned, and then they could do that. Yeah, like her. Well, let's get in the ring and let's do it then. Yes, let Bianca win first before doing that. But
and have Becky shit on her moment. If you want to do something heel, Becky be like, enjoy it, have fun in Vegas. I'm back. I'm coming for that. Congrats. Even it could have been a hug, and then grab the mic and make it like it's all nice. I mean, you could have done a million things. The squash. I mean, she got with Sheamus and Daniel Bryan. I mean, and I kind of felt bad for Bianca, but I don't know. I don't think they were thinking that long term kind of booking, Ryan. I think
no, not at all. But still, for a SummerSlam moment, but Movie Massacre. I agree. I love Becky. I wish I didn't put it down in the basement. But I just got a Becky Lynch as a Tila, again, Masters of the Universe, because they have that WWE Masters of the Universe inspired line. But they have Becky Lynch as like a Tila from He-Man. So just got that. Love Becky, but man, I feel the way they did it, terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It was exciting to see her, though. It was exciting to see her.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, Becky Lynch is, universally liked. I mean, I thought she was great back in NXT, in which they brought her up. I mean, she was a heel down there, and then she had her and Sasha had to go home match where it was almost kind of like a double turn. Like everybody started singing the Becky song after she lost. Like it was a moment. Then she came up with, with Flair and Sasha Banks. She was considered like the
they were the four horsewomen,
the aviator goggles and shit.
Like that steampunk look.
Yes, thank you. I was trying to think of that word last night. I was talking to my friend too. I'm like, there's a word I'm looking for. Like,
I might not know other things, but I can pull that.
Steampunk.
Do you remember when Becky came out though in NXT when she had that literal Irish gimmick of doing like an Irish jig? She came out. Did you remember seeing this?
It was heavy Irish, yes.
I mean, unless that was her own idea, then God bless her. But if that's what they, God,
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That was Vince.
You're Irish, damn it.
Yeah. You're Irish.
What do you know about that?
Yeah.
Give her green.
Irish people do. Like, okay, well, I don't know what that means. Yeah, you know. Yeah, Vince does not.
You got the gold and stuff under the pot of gold, right? Yeah. That's what he thinks, right? Oh, God.
Surprised he didn't make her like a drunk, you know what I mean, or something like that. I mean, Vince is out of control, man. So.
You're right. Drunk and dancing to an Irish jig, falling down.
He's a maniac. That should be our next. If we do this again, if the people want it.
If the fine folks,
another one about Vince McMahon being a maniac. We'll share our Vince McMahon.
Oh story. My God! Please, people, please, just for that alone.
Crowd never got back until Edge came back with the stupid bits with Miz. I think we talk about Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, where did Tiffany Haddish come from? I mean, it was really.
I don't know.
I mean, I know they like to add celebrities to things like this, but they're so out of touch. Again, unless she's a wrestling fan, then whatever. But I feel like they're so out of touch with people. They're like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who else? I mean, think of someone random that they would just pull off, right?
Because this is what I mean. Here's the difference between WWE and their thinking and Vince and AEW. And this goes, I mean, which is fine. Hey, it's your business. You can do what you want. I'm not saying anything's right or wrong, but That's Vince. Do you remember, Ryan? They kept showing Logan Paul, Logan Paul, Logan Paul, and then
Yes.
Tiffany Haddish, and it's always about that. Like that is the thing.
And
Like,
what about the Grunk or what the hell was his name?
Gronk.
Gronkowski, that got an action figure, did all that, bloop,
Yep.
gone.
Then Tom Brady's like, "Yo, come with me to Tampa Bay," and he's like, "Peace."
Bye, Vince. Bye,
Go
Vince.
on, Gronk. Yeah, smart.
Smart, true. Because I think that was actually probably the smartest thing for him.
But yeah, that's a difference. Where AEW, I feel like Tony Khan sometimes will do things with like Snoop or Shaq, but just to try to give him some mainstream buzz as he's building the brand. But the main focus is on a CM Punk coming back.
Oh, definitely.
Logan Paul. Like, oh, it's Logan Paul. Ah. Yeah.
I mean, that is not the. I mean, yes, there are probably still people of the WWE universe that are fans of Logan Paul, but that's not their target audience.
No.
I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe we're just so old, Jeff.
You think that's what it is?
That's what it has to be.
I mean, Vince used to bring on people back in the day when we were younger, like Bob Uecker and Mary Hart, and people that like kids like me didn't think were like cool. Like,
no, but the products, my God, what a difference from the late 80s, early 90s to now.
It was so fun. Whether it was for our demos, was for kids or not. I mean, I thought it was cool. And then, but I think you and I talked about this too. I used to love WWF. Trust me, WWF that's where it was at. But I always appreciated and watched. I never missed the Mothership 605 TBS. I loved NWA / WCW wrestling. I love the Horsemen. It was more brutal. It was more real. Those people look like they weren't in any kind of shape. Like they look like dudes, like I think of an Arn Anderson or something. Like, I mean, he kicked my ass. I'm just saying that back then
I know that.
Yeah,
it's like
into
the wrestling.
Like, yeah. So I always thought like I could beat him up, but I
believe in you. I believe in you, Jeff. I'll be in the corner and I'll give you like a little rag because that's as far as I can chill out, like your head. Yes.
But I enjoyed the brutality. I would get the pay-per-views and everything. So let me see. We got more questions. Let me keep moving.
Thank you, everybody.
Low IQ Media. John, what's going on, man? What's up? Shooting videos and forgot about your show. It's all right. No problem. Just appreciate
Life gets in the way. Life gets in the way. I hear you.
Yep. I think he's probably part of the Call to Collectors. I was on there last week, so had a great time. Was on there a few weeks before that. So yeah, guys, anybody watching into the whole YouTube thing, Low IQ Media, please go check out, subscribe to his channel. It's great. He live streams a lot, so always interesting, especially if you like movies, collecting movies and all that. Absolutely. And he collects figures too. So he has a figures channel as well. So definitely check him out. Let me see here. Old Ultimate Warrior quote.
No one could be Ultimate Warrior.
No. He just said whatever.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Talk about maniacs. Rest in peace. But
Talk about
he was probably a maniac. He's like, yeah, I just said whatever I wanted. So
I still can't get over the day that he was on Raw and then the next day he was passed away. That was the ultimate. Talk about the ultimate shock. He ran down that, shook the ring. I mean, looked amazing. And then, my God, life is short.
He made peace with everybody. He made peace with the fans. And
yes, what a comeback! What a comeback!
Yeah,
what a comeback!
Yeah, that would have been interesting. I wish we would have gotten him for. I mean, obviously, I'm sure his family does too. But I'm saying for us as fans that didn't know him, it would have been nice to see this new warrior. His
daughters, his wife, who works for WWE now, which is nice. At least they're taking care of her, hopefully, from what
Yeah, I think I last read she's done with the Warrior Award. I think she kind of got cut out of that or something. I could be wrong, but I think the last I saw that, I was like, "Are you serious?" But correct me, people watching. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Love. By the way, RK Bro, I agree. Prior to the last question
Oh yeah,
too.
Freddie. Yep.
Best thing, Freddie. I agree.
Yeah.
And Kenny, yeah. I mean,
Randy does. That's what I mean. Randy legit looks like. I mean, he looks like he's like in Prince's old band, The Revolution, with the way he's got like that beard and the.
listen, I had shaving emergent. I had one yesterday. I usually have a full beard, and in the shower, although for overnight, damn, it's filling in. But wow, I feel like I had the. I know, it's not bad. I could be.
That's from last night, and you're already.
Last night, Jeff. I couldn't believe. So I feel like I got the Randy Orton thing going on, but him and Riddle, I love Riddle's enthusiasm. Like he's like the fan, and you know you could put yourself in his shoes or lack thereof. Flip flops.
I like what you did there. I like what you did there. I do. And it always looks like he's always. And I'll say this: I don't think Matt Riddle is acting. I think that's him. Like I think he's just there. He's having fun. Even if we were wrestlers, you know, I'd be like, yeah, like I'd be stoked.
We'd be managers. Hopefully, I don't know if we can live. We can handle the rest.
Yeah, I'd probably break pretty easy.
We both would. Oh, tag team! Oh my God, 2 broken bones.
You think that should be our tag team name? 2BB?
Yeah.
2B.
We didn't even last the match. We were Bianca Belair.
I would just curl in a corner and be like, just be careful. I would like, I don't know. I would like to take one bump, like a real bump, but I heard her like a bitch. So for us normal humans, you know, for us.
You'll sell it for us, and I'll just be in the corner going, oh.
Us mere mortals.
No.
Never want to get in the ring. Never want to get in a ring. See, I'm having so much fun watching RK Bro. Right? Right?
That seems to be the way. Hopefully they don't screw it up, Movie Massacre. I pray. But again, Vince is always in control. I hope to invoke his name. It's like probably like Bloody Mary or Candyman. We've been saying Vince.
We said it way too many times.
Burritos.
His head's just gonna take over and be like,
You want the McMahon? Bend over.
You guys love it. You guys love all this shit, pal. Britt is hot as shit. Yeah. Oh, Britt Baker in AEW, Adam Cole's fiance. I think fiance. I hope I called him that. Or I hope I didn't call him girlfriend. I think they are engaged. One time I was joking.
Soon to be wife.
Yeah. One time I was drinking heavily, and I was talking to my friends about Britt Baker and Adam Cole and their relationship, and I called them, they're boyfriend and girlfriend. And they're like, really? Are they in middle school too? They're boyfriend and girlfriend. I hate it what Vince did to Rusev.
Oh, yes. Oh,
yeah.
Please.
He loves doing stuff like that, man. He loves stirring the pot, like with people in their real life. I think for some of these questions, if everybody likes our chemistry and stuff, I will definitely do another one on Vince McMahon.
We had like a 2-hour. We had a 2-hour conversation or more, and we were having a blast talking about Vince, I gotta say. But Movie Massacre, I agree. And love or hate Lana, she was on every day during this pandemic. She didn't show Rusev when he left, Rusev, whatever, when he left to AEW. She sold that. She didn't post any personal pictures. She did everything. Just to have that story end terribly, and then fire Lana.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the whole Liv Morgan thing that they just threw her in randomly. I was with Lana, and that was it. Yep. Vince likes the big giant cake, so we got the cake.
Right. Oh yeah.
Right, he got that big Rusev cake.
They choppy to PP. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Val Venus. You know, when that came, that's exactly what I was thinking of when that was brought up. Lorraine Bobbitt, I was thinking of, honestly. God, we're old.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It was, yeah. Vince loves. Remember, wasn't he pushing like Mickey James and John Cena to have like an affair or something on TV because they were doing?
Because they had that like behind the scenes thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, he loves making people uncomfortable.
He's a special person, man. He really is. He's yeah. Once again, let's just keep notes for Vince McMahon, the maniac.
The Vince McMahon stream.
Vince McManiac. Yeah.
You know, and Lord, we would have a blast. But I agree. Yeah, he's sadistic. Oh, actually, this is a good question. Does anyone else have a problem with the Peacock network every time a pay-per-view is on? I mean, going from the network to the Peacock network, I just always have a problem streaming these. Besides the fact that you can't rewind anymore, but you miss half the show. It's either freezing up. I mean, it could be Wi-Fi, but it seems to happen every time. And then you check the interwebs, and people are saying, my screen's been blank or frozen for 5 minutes, and
yeah,
I don't know. The product is just
and just to think like I remember, what was it I was telling you? It was a while ago, and I'm like, I'm gonna try to watch a WWE pay-per-view because it had been since WrestleMania, and I just didn't want to watch any of the bullshit with the pre-show and all that, so I went on probably about I told you, like 9:30, and that way I could fast forward through all of the packages that they show over and over again, and I couldn't rewind. And I was like, why can't I? Like on the old network, I used to be able to. It's
or any network in general on these streaming things. I mean, really, I'm feeling that's like a basic capability. Again, I know nothing about technology, but
yeah. Well, let us know, guys. Let us know in the comments. Was how I imagine Rusev hates the Yeah, I do too. Could you imagine someone like totally fucking with your significant other and you can't do anything about it? Like, I mean, it's just, and the other, and the other person knows they can't do anything about it too. Like, what's Rusev going to do?
Firing one of them
when they were in the company together, man.
Yeah. But then the fact that he fired Rusev Miro, and then Lana was still having to do that whole, it sucks. It sucks.
Yep. And Mira's another guy. I was like, dude, I'm keeping my Twitch. He's, I think of all of them, he might be, I could be wrong, but I think of everybody, I think him and Cole are probably the most successful from that. So,
I mean, they're both so likable.
Yeah. Yep. Goldberg's. Yep. Wow, that's a really good comparison. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's right. He in Saudi Arabia, right?
The feet. I mean, Wyatt never. Like we were saying earlier, he never won anything. Never won anything.
Yeah.
He's such a great character.
Yes. Yeah, I know, Rich. I didn't know if you want me to say it or not. That's Rich.
Officially Rich. Hello.
Trying to think of everybody, like, just to keep saying to make sure to subscribe to these guys' channel. These guys are all good guys. Oh, thanks, Rich. I appreciate it, man. We're having a lot of fun.
Yeah. Having a blast.
Hey, listen, and more important, Ryan, because I know you're only seeing these questions as I push up. There's so many comments. You guys have been great. We had a whole format and segments. We love this. I'd rather talk to you guys about. We're all just like shooting the shit at the bar, talk about wrestling. It's been absolutely great. Let me see. More and more coming in, man.
I definitely don't want to. I feel bad. You're doing amazing, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't like to. Yeah, it's like when I comment on people's stuff. Sometimes I'm like, I hope they ask my question. I really do want to participate. Let me see. I love Rebel. Yeah. My God. Yeah, she's off that. Wait a minute. She's still carrying around that crutch as a weapon? I don't know. I should know since I watch every week, but maybe.
Oh.
No.
If only we all could have dental education to fall back on.
I would love. I wish she was on the other side of Pennsylvania practicing her dentistry. I would. That would be great. That would be amazing. Imagine her coming into you with like the scars and stitches, and be like, "Hey,
It's just wrestling."
Yeah, you're not concussed, are you? You're sitting there with the drill. Bzzz, oh, I'm fine. Like, are you sure? But yes, Britt Baker's awesome. So I'm glad we keep bringing up Britt. I'm gonna get her t-shirt.
Well, then it must happen. It must happen. I can tell you the laughs. I mean, my stomach hurt from the laughs that we were having talking about Vince.
Yeah. I mean,
I never in my life.
Stories, so maybe I'll share them. We'll see. I'm gonna.
Freddie, I'm glad that I'm not alone with that.
Yeah, Freddie.
Kenny, thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Freddie.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I just wanted to
Kenny,
say.
yes. Okay, so it isn't me. Okay, I'm glad.
You mind if I grab a water real fast? Can you?
Oh no, no problem at all. But yeah, Peacock. It's just terrible going from the network where you could have this library, fast forward past what Jeff was saying, the packages, the pre-show, and this you have to be there on time. And if you're not, you're screwed. Which it just that alone it just makes it even worse, especially if you want to fast forward through things. But okay, so at least two other people are having the same problem with the Peacock network. I mean, the WWE network was the same for a while in the beginning, but my God, this has been a nightmare. So it makes it even more strenuous. Yeah, I'm afraid to even play with the chat here too. Oh, dare I? Dare I look? See if I see anything. I think from what I see, yes, I think that the Peacock Network does have a YouTube channel. That's a good question. Because they definitely need to get some comments about that. Sorry, everyone. Just trying to see these messages, see if I could pull it up. Peacock interface, yeah, is miserable to. Yep. Well, there I go. I think I just messed up again. I think I just took myself off for a minute. I'm glad you're back.
Oh no, I can hear. I thought I had a water right there, and I ran over and I didn't have it, so I had to run upstairs, and it wasn't there. I had to run.
Speed racer over here.
Yeah, I had him outside. I had to run, and then I was gonna joke and. I was gonna do like a Vince joke and say I went like number 2 or something, but Then I come back and the screen's black. I'm like, oh.
I was gonna say, yeah, you left me for a moment. There you go. Trying to.
So I didn't get a water. I had to get this because we're out of water. So I'm gonna.
Here, let me just let me pull that through the screen for you. Yeah, you take that water over there.
Oh, this is my lifeblood. I love Dr. Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper Zero. The official drink of the Radical Rasslin Recap.
I'm sorry.
I
was attempting to pull up the chat menu.
No sweat. Let me see. Instead of years.
Oh, seasons. Okay, seasons.
Yeah, why?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I know that sometimes they would say, "Oh, this is the season premiere of SmackDown," but really, seasons?
Yeah, that's what I haven't. I'll tell you what, I haven't delved deep into the Peacock library, but I'll bring this to kind of connect with what Freddie was saying too. I did hear that there's a lot of content that they didn't bring over.
My God, that library that they built was so amazing to be able to go back to any WrestleMania. I mean, I understand if they, whatever the case is, but my God, it's what a downgrade.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when they had all the old. I gotta see what's on there. But I do know that there was something I was really looking forward to, Ryan. I don't know if you are looking forward to it too. Where the documentaries, they were going to have one on Lex Luger, who I like from the old NWA, WCW, not even the WWE stuff, whatever. But I'm saying even back then, he's kind of had a little bit of a trouble kind of past or whatever. He's turned his life around big time, like no other I've seen. I mean, even people when you hear about him on podcasts are like he's a totally different human being now. It's
good for him.
But I was interested. I was interested in seeing that. So, and then I don't know. There's no excuse on why they didn't air it. I don't know.
They're holding out for something.
Vince McMahon still holding Luger back all these years later. Still holding him back. Oh, the bikini pit. Oh, Britt Baker. Let's keep going. The yeah.
Yeah. That's the one comment I was able to see Freddie's from earlier. You're fired!
It's a good idea. Got to remember that. Are you better remembering things than I am?
Yes, question mark?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're still in our infancy with our
brains.
Bags. What do you got? Oh, this is an awesome question. Have you seen these, Ryan?
Dark Side of the Ring? No, but ooh.
John, this is an excellent question.
Let me look. I'm googling this.
You ask excellent question. But no, this is an excellent thing. They have Vice has these. They're on season 3 now. And they're probably gonna have more. And they'll take a look at, sometimes they'll do something on Macho Man. They'll do something on the Chris Benoit tragedy. That was a 2-parter. Brian Pillman. The Montreal Screwjob, which has been done to death, right? But stuff we've never heard of before, like the UWF and they'll take all of these stories and they'll do them like documentary style, almost like true crime kind of a way. They are so well done.
I'm sold already. I just wrote this down.
Go check them out. There's a lot of good ones.
I see the final days of Owen Hart. I see.
Oh wow, there's here we go. Because Dark Side of the Ring. Yep,
thank you so much. Love Hulu.
Yep. And season 3 is about to pick back up again soon. They took like a break, like an extended break. So they're probably gonna have a huge marathon. If you get Vice, do you get Vice TV? I don't know if it's
good
not
question.
Vice.
Good question. That sounds familiar. I gotta tell you, I haven't had any time lately, so I'm catching up on a lot of stuff.
There's a lot. They had the one where they all went to North Korea. That one's and all the stuff with Flair over there. Yeah, it's good. It's definitely good stuff to check out. Look, I just want to click through these because people are like,
I'm sold. Yes, I'm definitely adding this. Oh, season 4, even better.
4.
Probably by the time I catch up.
They better. Am I seeing a Joey Ryan documentary? Yeah. That's I don't know if you know a lot about that, but yeah, Joey Ryan, not good stuff. I would love to see them cover it. That's definitely a good call, Rich. Yep. Goodbye. The season's all down. I would like to own them. Physical media format. Easy for
way to go, as we know. That's the way.
Mm-hmm. You know how I feel about that, Ryan.
Coming soon on season 2 of the GCAP recap.
Yes, my Blues. My Blues is making a return for anyone that cares. Season 2.
I know I did. I want to hear that song. For the half. Oh, good to know, Freddie. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I knew it was coming up sometime soon. I just wasn't sure when. Thanks, Freddie.
Just writing it down.
Freddie.
Becoming
Fred,
warrior. I see all these. Nice. Very nice.
I don't know what the second half's going to bring us. Is there really a Sunny episode? Or are you saying? I mean, they definitely need to do a Sunny episode.
Oh my God! I hope there's not. Oh God! Oh God! Sunny. I can only imagine what that episode would say.
Yeah. Let me see. Plane ride from Yeah. It's so funny because they said that they actually got one there. That's one of the episodes I heard on a podcast, Kenny. Thank you. Okay. So, I mean, they made like an animated WWE made like an animated thing about it, made a big joke, but I guess there's going to be some stuff that we didn't know that went on there, told by one of the flight attendants.
Oh my God!
Who doesn't give a shit about the NDA or whatever they had to sign? Oh gosh, Vince is canceling us. Vince already got rid of us. Ryan, just rejoin when you get a chance. But no, it's very, very exciting. Chris Canyon. So, Kenny, tell me, are these the ones that they're going to talk about? Because these would be awesome. I just wasn't sure. Like I said, I like to keep them kind of like a secret. Like I like to be surprised by them, so that's why I don't know about them too much. But I do remember the plane ride from hell. They said that it's going to make people upset or something like that. It was, I can't remember if it was What Happened When, because I like that podcast a lot. That's probably my favorite podcast. Tony Schiavone cracks me up, man. Oh,
Vince got me. I'm so sorry. He got me. I saw his face pop up, and he took me down.
He's like, "Where's my cake?" Do you think they should make like? I want to re-edit Vince McMahon into the Creep Show, and like where he's like, "I want my cake" or whatever, but it's like Vince McMahon.
That is the perfect analogy with Creep Show.
So, I was asking Kenny. Here we go. Kenny's got it right here, and I'm gonna jump back up here. Let me just jump down here, because I asked him all the ones you were naming. I was like, these are great. Are these the actual ones? Because I know about the plane ride from hell. They're going to do
steroid trials. My God, I love these titles.
Oh man, I'm telling you. And Ryan, these are. I don't want to jinx them, but these are done so well. These are done so well.
I'm super psyched. It's already. It's done. I've got it all set.
Kenny gave me the.
I'm sold.
Oh yeah. Let me see. Just gave you this. Okay, yes, thanks. You the man, Kenny. Thank you very much. Let me go back up here. I jumped down too fast. What's your favorite match, guys? Mine was Mania 17.
Oh, that's a good question.
My favorite match of all time.
Great question. Oh.
Now it's almost kind of like, Rich. Does it have to be? I don't want to sound like too much of a goof or nerd or whatever, but do you mean like technically, or do you mean like just an overall good, like just an overall good?
Oh, you mean yeah, maybe he means number one, like match.
We talking like AJ Styles versus Prince Devitt, or are we talking, just something great? I will. Good. You go first, Ryan. Just anything.
I'm going through my history.
Name three. Just name three, and they don't. This isn't like a test or anything. It's just
no. Yeah. Let me see. I'm going back to the '80s right now because I hate to say it, none of these matches recently. My God, nothing recently has in the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. Top three.
How about if I go while you think?
Please.
All right, so throw in just whatever, just matches that I've always enjoyed that I'll always remember. I'll probably say one of the ones I thought was the coolest was when Daniel Bryan won the world title at WrestleMania 30. I couldn't believe they pulled the trigger on that. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. I mean, just everything, like the whole show, I thought was great. But him making Batista tap for Batista to tap and kind of put
when
little
Batista
Daniel Bryan
came
over
for
like that was pretty dope. That was pretty dope.
I agree.
And it was a real good it was a feel good story. I'd probably say that. Not to be a CM Punk mark, but the Money in the Bank from 2011 was freaking awesome. The blow him the kiss goodbye, and another thing I never thought was going to happen. I would probably say that was definitely a really, really, really good match. And shit, man, Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, the Iron Man match. I mean, two guys hate each other, they work so well together, and I mean that was good. That told a good story. There was a lot of good moves used. Those are just ones I'm thinking of offhand.
God, my God. Well, Daniel, that match, and not my top one, but that Daniel Bryan match, I feel like, yeah, that was powerful because that's when we had that whole buildup of that putting him down, and the yes movement. Actually, that was a damn good match.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was a really good match.
Sometimes these heel turns at the end out of nowhere are good. Like Jericho, we were talking about him earlier. Do you remember the match in Toronto with Shawn Michaels where he after Jericho lost, he cried because he was like he idolized him and he was doing the hug and then he hit him in the balls.
You always love a good hit to the balls during these matches. God, my favorite match. That is a hard. Give me a moment. I'm thinking.
Yeah, don't. Like I said, I just named some random ones. I'll say as of very recently, the Young Bucks versus Omega and Page, the tag team match that went on for like 45. It went on for, it had to be 40 something minutes. It went on for, it was great. It was one of the best, and it was a tag team match. Usually those aren't, it was phenomenal. Freddie Young, did you see the China doc yet on Vice? No, I didn't. I heard it was pretty sad. I mean, obviously, it's
separate from
groundbreaking. I'm saying,
okay. It's a separate documentary from the show that we were just talking about. Okay.
Yeah. And it's like the one I was gonna watch, the Benoit one, man. I haven't had to wait a week because I had to get myself like up to watch something like that. That's tough.
China. What a shame with China. I mean, that's the whole thing.
So I mean, man, sometimes a broken heart is the worst thing that could happen to you, So, but I tell you what, she was great, and I mean, in wrestling, she's phenomenal. She was phenomenal,
and she seemed like a nice person in real life.
Yeah. Well, not moment. I know she's passed, but I mean, like, they acknowledged her. I know it was probably a money deal for WWE, but hey, you know what? It got people talking about her again, and that was good.
I wish it would happen during her lifetime, but
yeah, seems like that's Oh, thanks, Freddie Young. Yeah, he backed up on. Oh, these are the ones I had before. Yeah, Thunder Rosa. Yep. That's one good thing that separates WWE from AEW and Vince and Tony Khan. Vince, if he could tomorrow, would go like this, like Thanos, and get rid of all the.
He would do the snap.
Yeah, get rid of them all. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want anybody else but his. Tony Khan used his money and his resources to keep the lights on for Impact, and try to help do like during the pandemic, and helped with NWA Power bring in that whole having Thunder Rosa defend the women's title on there. Trying to do stuff with New Japan. He's letting like people finish out their to do these side gigs with Triple Mania. Like with Andrade and Omega. I don't know. He's very opposite. So he wants more wrestling. He wants wrestling to thrive. So
he's an actual
versus Vince, yeah,
so crazy to think he wants it to thrive in a wrestling, right, or on a wrestling show.
Yep. Let me see. Here's some people's favorite. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody's. I did. Sorry, Freddie. I'm going to go back to you first. Favorite match is Hard Austin WrestleMania 13. Classic double turn. That was a great match. It's an excellent one. Just gave you a shout out on that one. Havoc Eddie versus Okada versus Kenny 2 Walter. Oh, that's for some of the like I said, I want to thank Access to getting me into New Japan, and like that just started to open me up to all the different, like I said, like Lucha Underground and everything.
Alternatives to what the product is
on YouTube. I swear. So it's a good one. That's a good one. Like I say, technically that was pretty solid too. Body slammer around, Hulk and Andre. I did not want to say my first knee jerk was to say Savage Steamboat because that's so like everyone always, you know what I mean, says that. So I didn't want to think it for WrestleMania 3, but that's a good one. SL7, by the way, can I ask, like, what can I call you, bud? He's very supportive of my channel. Talks to me a lot. He's always on my live streams. And I don't know if I should call him SL7 or if there's a name. I've never asked him, but let me know, man.
I like the SL7.
I mean, if you want to be called that, cool. Maybe is it Slevin?
Oh, is that what? I love it.
Maybe that's his last name, like James
Marv.
Yeah.
And is that part of your license plate?
Yes. No, he does some very, very. Check out his channel, everybody. Please subscribe to his channel as well. He puts together some like just fun, cool edits, some mashups. I guess that's the word for it, but they're always very cool. They're very entertaining. They're only like a few minutes, and he puts music and he just pulls random things together, and they're pretty cool. I do enjoy those. How'd you guys feel about when Hogan fought the Rocket Mania? From back, what was that, 2002?
Oh God.
Yeah, that was. I like the whole lead up when the NWO, they tried to like murder Rock, right, with the tractor trailer.
Yeah.
As the trucks go.
That's when you know it's serious. When it's going down, get the tractor involved. I'm trying to think. Where was it that Jake the Snake took out Damien on Macho Man?
It was the.
Was that at WrestleMania? Was that at WrestleMania? It was at SummerSlam.
They were getting married. Like there was the match made in the marriage made in heaven, the match made in hell.
Oh my God! Because I'll say if it's not my favorite match, it's one of the matches that I remember the most. Seeing Macho Man, in the turnbuckle and Damien, because I don't know about you, but that looked to me. I don't know if those were real snake bites back in the day. I'm assuming.
No, he let a real.
I'm going to say so. I'm assuming, but that always sticks in my mind.
Randy Savage let the snake bite him, dude.
No.
Savage, man, one of the toughest.
I mean, because it looked like the most. Oh, I mean, that always stands out in my head.
Yep. It's funny. Something that's funny that was said, and it was met with the most. It was taken the wrong way, but. A&E have been doing these great biography documentaries on wrestlers, and one was done on Randy Savage. And my favorite comedian, Dan Soder, I don't know if you've heard of him. He does a dead-on Randy Savage.
Does he?
Dude, you think it's him. It's fucking scary how great the impression is. So he was trying to say, but they basically will sit someone in a room and record a bunch of footage. So he's just trying to say whatever, and he wasn't trying to be funny, but it's true. And I'm just saying, just like what I said, Randy Savage is like one of the toughest wrestlers ever. Like he's insane. Like when in WrestleMania 5, he had his arm all bandaged up because I think he had like a staph infection and surgery, and then went out. What was it? Viewers, correct me if I'm wrong. The very next day, and wrestled the main event at WrestleMania. We're using
That's
his
when
logo.
wrestlers were wrestlers.
Yeah, so Dan Soder said Macho Man's death is like the most Macho Man thing. Like, he not only had a heart attack, it wasn't the heart attack that killed him. He had to be heart attack and he had to hit a tree. The most Macho Man thing ever.
Yeah, honestly.
That's how tough he is. He's like, nope, you can't just die of the heart attack. I got to hit the tree. Well, I guess his brother and the family thought they're like, oh, it was so classless and disrespectful. And I was like, man, like I listened to Dan Soder's podcast, like
meaning like, I mean, he's trying to say that he was so tough as nails that
he loves, Randy Savage is his
I can
favorite.
tell, yeah.
Yeah, it's his favorite wrestler. Why do you think they had him on there to talk about Randy Savage for like someone outside of wrestling? I mean, he's just,
I gotta look him up now too. That sounds. I want to hear the impression. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dan Soder. Look him up. Oh God, he's so funny, dude. He is so funny. Let me see. Let me go through some more.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair won the last match. Yeah.
2001. Man.
Jeez. Vince wanted to hire Thunder Rosa as a ref. You know what, Freddie? I forgot about that, man. I did read that somewhere. I totally forgot. Yeah,
He's
Thunder
fired. Man needs to go.
Stone Cold and The Rock versus the NWO.
Rock. Good match.
Yep. Shout out back from Rich. Oh yeah, Kenny. That's an absolute fact. That is an absolute fact. We saw it on Hard did Luchador as good as actual Luchador is my favorite style of wrestling. Why you say? Yep. Yeah, when he was the Blue Blazer.
Definitely talent. The talent that
I didn't know he was. Yeah, that sucks, man. To Matt, I always wonder in an alternate universe where he's still around. You know, it's. Ooh. I truly. You can ask some of my friends that knew me growing up. I loved Owen Hart. I thought he was so funny, dude. He was a great wrestler. He was a great talent. Just the way he used to act as a heel, just being one of those I don't know, those whiny heels. No one's better as a whiny heel than Owen. Sorry, he had the slammies. Woo! Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
This is true. Can you believe that? Isn't that insane?
I will believe anything. I will believe anything with that product. Believe everything.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm curious. Can you see right now? Can you see the banners that I have or no? Do you see the comment list?
I just see Freddie's name and his comment.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Oh, there I do. I see the banners now.
Because I'm saying you can. I was saying, listen. I'm going to give you all. I mean, we can keep talking. I did not realize we've been talking for almost 2.5 hours.
Holy crap! What?
You guys are great. You guys fueled this. I love going back and forth talking.
I had no
I'll
idea.
Keep going, man. But I just, we had a lot of people. It's starting to dwindle down. It is a school night, so I didn't know. Listen, if you guys want me to keep talking. But in the meantime, I want to show you how much you guys were so great. Here's all the things. I wasn't lying. We had segments ready, right? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have.
Please. It couldn't be a nicer man.
Yeah, what was your favorite moment from this weekend? You guys just kind of naturally said that. I was going to tell you if we weren't getting anything. I was like, yeah, send us comments.
Thank you, everyone.
Pop. Let's ask everybody this. Whoever's left. I have two big questions. Biggest pop, Becky or Brock? Go.
Well, let me just say, what did everyone think of Brock's new look?
Oh, you know what? Hold on. So if I go to that, did you all? I did. I thought they were doing one of those things where they, Vince McMahon will bring out little people dressed like Bret Hart, like he used to do with DX, and like that's like real funny. Like he'll bring out like a fake wrestler. Like I was like, oh, there's Otis. Not really Brock Lesnar. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I know it's I think he looked a lot like Otis. He just had to go, oh yeah.
Heavy mission for another buried person. Otis.
Yeah. Now they shaved his head now, and he's with Chad Gable. Well, not cut his hair short. And
Shorty, thank God he's not Shorty G anymore.
Yeah.
What?
With Chad Gable. It's fucking awful.
Jeff, that was amazing. Did you think it was Otis?
You like that? Oh yeah?
I loved it.
Thank you. Let me see. Becky,
yeah. I
Yep.
Until the book. Yeah.
Hey, you look like Berserker. You remember the Berserker? Yep. Let me see who else. I thought Brock was.
Lars Sullivan. I could see it.
I don't think we're going to see him ever again. I don't think we're ever seeing that. Lars did not make any friends, man. Right, so he's gone. I forgot about Lars Sullivan was even a thing. Jeez, it's not that far in the.
It wasn't that because it wasn't. It didn't it didn't get to become a thing. So don't worry. It's not you. It's not you.
Freddie Young getting a pop. Freddie Young totally getting a pop. Yeah, like I said, I thought the Becky thing was cool, and I didn't expect Brock Lesnar. I'm just thinking though, and I'm like, man, didn't these guys just have a feud forever, and it's tired its way out, and then it's itself out, and Brock left, and now they're gonna.
And what
can I do to re?
Is that really it? Is that it? I don't know. Again, so this goes back to earlier when we were saying you don't want to admit it, but I'm sorry, I was never a big Lesnar fan. I think he's boring.
Mm-hmm.
He's good, but I don't know. Something about Lesnar never did it for me. So when I saw him, I was just like, really? Here we go again. From Heavy Machinery, he says Otis hates his gimmick.
Kenny, they let him go, right?
That was a shame.
I believe Tucky's gone. I think they put him in NXT, right? But then I think they got rid of him, and I'm like, why'd you turn him on Otis?
It's like the Mandy Rose thing, and it just goes nowhere. These storylines go nowhere, which is always what happens, unfortunately.
Where is like I say, I've tuned out of WWE, admittedly. I'm really asking this, but where is Mandy Rose?
Did they send her back to NXT because they broke her up in her tag team with Sonya Deville, mm-hmm. and then they put her with Dana Brooke, and then I think they sent her to NXT. I could be wrong. Vince, they don't know what they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing. But
so they left her up there for 3 years, and then they're just going to bring her back. She should go to. Well, NXT, I guess Nick Khan said that it's going to change drastically. So, and Kenny, you had mentioned this too.
Here comes Instagram. Superstar Point 2.
Yep. That's why they got rid of all he doesn't want it to be like an AEW alternative. He's like, oh no, we need more WWE. I mean, he demoted Triple H, man. Oof. Could you imagine if Triple H showed up on AEW? That would be. I think that would be more shocking to me than CM Punk.
Forget it.
Fuck this. Fuck this.
Forget. My God. Of course, that would break me, not the internet. That would.
He's like, I'm sorry, I go to a T-shirt company. I was wrong. This is where I should be.
Yeah, all along. What do you think, though, that Paul Heyman's going to do now? I mean, he is the voice of Brock Lesnar, so is he going to stay with Roman?
Oh yeah.
And then they'll kind of just have Brock be the face through this, and without Heyman.
Yeah, that's the only thing you can do to make it different. I mean, you can't I mean, Brock's going to need a mouthpiece.
Unless he turns on Roman at the last minute.
Yeah.
Heyman.
Maybe Heyman tries to broker peace between them or something, and Roman's like,
Make
you
like
know what, man?
yeah.
I don't need you. Like, what do you even do around here? Like, you're not like my
family.
Like,
Part of the family.
Maybe they toss him out, and then I don't know. Brock comes out to help his little buddy, and
well, didn't we end though with
Lesnar
Lesnar got rid of Heyman and kind of like threw him to the trash, or
yep.
I don't even remember anymore what the hell happened to those two, but
maybe it'll be a nice redemption story.
Yeah,
they were meant to be together. Those guys, they fit well together. And at this point, Roman doesn't need a mouthpiece anymore. Roman has hit that star level.
They gave him the acting lessons in between, and
yeah, they just let him, like, I'm sure he's pissed off all the time. Everyone's like billing him, and finally just like, you know what? F it. I'm just going to be a dick. Everyone wants me to be a dick. I'll be a dick. I think in real life though, IRL, I think he's like a really. I think I've heard him on like interviews and stuff. He's like a pretty nice guy.
That's what I thought, but I heard
I don't want to hate Roman Reigns like the person. I'm sure he's great. It's
no, totally. I thought the same.
He's really grateful.
I thought the same thing, and then I heard that the reason that Nia was going to have a cage match or something recently was because he was having a cage match and he had a hissy fit backstage that he couldn't be upstaged by the women or something crap like that, so they had to cancel the cage match or something like that. Could be one of these rumors, but it's just really, Roman? Do you really need the push?
You know what though, man? I've been noticing he's been doing a lot of things where he like talked trash on CM Punk. He talked trash on. I think he's doing what's it called? I think he's kind of being like Seth Rollins. I think he's doing his gimmick in his real life things now. Maybe that's
Seth
one
Rollins.
Of them. Yeah.
Oh, my God, talk about disappeared. Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, I guess like I said, I eventually want to shut the door on AEW people bringing in WWE people. I think after this new wave that comes in, I'd like to shut that door. But if I have an exception to Seth Rollins, because I think he's fucking
Seth Rollins. Yeah.
Seth Rollins is, he's got it all. He's like I guess a younger version of Punk. Him and Punk having an unfiltered.
I like what you're thinking.
Yep.
I agree that if I see what Freddie says here that the Brock thing was an attempt to counter CM Punk. Totally agree.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it did though, but I did totally agree with you. Oh, she is NXT. Thank you, Freddie.
Thanks, Freddie. The Robert
Kenny,
Stone,
thank you, Kenny.
Is that who? What's her name? Why is her name skipping? Matt Cordona's chick.
She's gone too.
Yeah,
they fired her. Yeah, Chelsea.
She's good,
Chelsea Green.
That Chelsea Green. Thank you. She's really good. I like her a lot. And yeah, they did a big thing with her, and then she's gone. I think she might be an Impact.
Oh, I know Mickey asked Mickey James was doing some kind of all-female thing, and she had asked her to be in that, but it's terrible. The way they put these people out, they debut them. I think that was her first match. She broke her arm, and then fired. You're fired.
Brock versus Goldberg, really. Brock won against the human cyborg.
Not the Swiss cyborg, but they were calling Cesaro for a little while after the Swiss Superman.
Swiss Superman.
Then they were trying to say Swiss cyborg because I guess they got in trouble with the Superman thing.
That's right. That was great on NWO. I like Cesaro a lot.
Love him. I love him. Think he's a great wrestler. Seems like a great guy. I love his video game streams that he does too with Xavier Woods. Great guy. 10 years in the company. Can swing a person like no other.
Do you remember when him and they were the Kings of Wrestling, and it was him, he was Claudio. That was a very confusing name. And what's that other dude's name? They had him in NXT, but
who was he with?
I can't remember now. But shit.
I bet you
Freddie Young knows.
Cesaro.
I think Freddie Young and I used to talk about. Freddie, help me, because I know we used to talk about this like 10 years ago. Oh my god, I hate when I go blank.
I mean, we can only hold so much pop culture and useless knowledge in our heads, so don't feel bad, Jeff.
He gained
my name half the time.
Chris, thank you. I told you he was gonna know. Thank you, my dog, Chris Hero.
Hero.
Yeah, like Triple H brought him in, but then got rid of him because he was big, and then they brought him back kind of recently. And I didn't even recognize it was Chris Hero. I was like, wow, he got even bigger. Okay. But yeah, him and Cesaro, him and Claudio, I should say back then, that was a great tag team. Thank you. I didn't want to use my phone. I was trying to make my brain work. Keep this thing going as much as I can. I always call it cheating when you go to your phone, but okay, so back to this. I thought it was great how the NWO to help out Sting against. Yeah, Rich, we were talking earlier. I don't know if you joined yet. We were talking about. I thought CM Punk for being look a little old by the eyes. I mean, that's tough to hide, but he just looked younger. And yeah, it's not like makeup and stuff. I think he just looked younger. And I said it's the same thing with Sting. Why does everybody in WWE look like they're ill all the time? But then Sting comes over and looks like he's wrestling full matches. I thought he was. Yeah,
supposedly, he was done. Right, he was over.
Yeah,
like we said earlier, they get away from Vince, and that life comes back to them.
Oh my god, he probably sucks the stem cells out of him. When they comes over, there's madman machine he puts on his head, and everyone's like,
"Well, come on, damn it, get up on the stem cell machine. Give me some pint of blood today."
Just sucks all their energy and youthfulness out of him while he eats his chocolate cake on his cheat day.
we did say that he looked amazing, Vince, right? For all that for his age, so getting from all those young lads and lasses,
drinking the blood of the young. But yeah, the NWO thing. If that wasn't Vince McMahon saying "Look, I won again. I just want to rub it in your face." He's like a sore winner.
Of course. Yeah.
And I was like, "What? Man."
Big Show swerve.
Oh, I'd probably talk about Brock and Roman. Which side is he going to go on? We were talking about earlier. So, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's that's probably where I got the idea from. They recycle so many.
Everything. It's been done.
Reminds me of Backman. Let me see. Chris Hero, thank you, Kenny, Freddie. Oh, I didn't see. I'm sorry, Kenny. I didn't see you mentioned it too. Thanks, buddy. That was.
Thank you, both.
Cassius. Oh no. That's why a K
Ooh.
Name kept coming to me, and I'm like. Wait a minute. No, it's something else. Why is
that? That is a name. That's a good name.
Yeah, they should have just called him KO because I think that's the thing they wound up the second time around. He was knocking people out with his kick, the kick. And I'm like, why didn't you just call him that?
Where would Kevin Owens be?
It's true. I like him too.
Yes.
Yeah, Kevin Owens is pretty badass.
When he's not being a whiny, speaking of whiny heels, when he's not complaining, I like him. I like this new KO, Kevin Owens as a face that they've been doing.
Yep. Kings of Wrestling. Yeah, that was the name of their Chris Hero.
Yes, the booking of Sting, Freddie. I agree.
That's
once Sting, again, and then this is what. It's like we collect them just to say we had them.
Yeah, this was him one more time to say, look, I got Sting and I'm going to bury this guy, and he would have never made it in the WWE. And Vince got that for him. He didn't get that for the fans. He didn't get that for us.
Definitely. Definitely.
And you had him, and we still didn't get the Undertaker and Sting.
Yeah. Oh.
Even if it was a 3-second squash, right? I mean,
anything. Agreed. We'll have to save that for our Vince McMahon special.
Yeah.
The bookings of Vince McMahon.
You're fired from the files of Vince McManiac. No, Freddie, you're right, man. That was awful. I tried to forget about it, and then poor Sting. I thought was gonna have to. I mean, Seth Rollins. I think felt fucking awful about the whole neck thing. That wasn't part of the plan, but I don't know. The whole thing was just a mess. I'm so glad. I will say this: like when Sting came into AEW, part of me was kind of like, we going the Impact route, but dude, Sting's been nothing but great for AEW. Like I'm shocked.
Just with that CM Punk setup that they're in the rafters, I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yep. Mine too, pal. I don't think they knew how to use him. Yeah. You're absolutely right. I'm saying you're probably talking about Cesaro, Rich,
or anybody at WWE, because that could be filled in probably.
Yeah, put this in for anybody, right? Yeah.
Blank.
That they came in, we'll side with Lesnar, screw him over, and join Reigns. Then we'll go to, I was going to say The Rock is definitely probably where this is all going. Because this was rumored before.
I mean, yeah, they have been saying The Rock thing forever, but will he actually, is it going to be this new CM Punk kind of thing? Will he, won't he, will he, won't he?
Yeah. I was always saying, like, what happens when all of these wrestlers pass on and then WWE's still around? Like, he pulls back so much from the past. There's going to be no past to pull from. Vince's like, that's somebody else's problem, pal. Let my grandkids worry about it.
They better not be sneezing, damn it.
You'll be able to find all of the old WWE footage on the AEW network for $9.99 a month.
Oh, shit. There you go.
Trust me, man. I wish they were both awesome right now. This makes me sad.
Of course.
We should be talking about, like, oh my God, can you believe? Like, it's.
Yeah. Are you team WWE? Are you team AEW?
Yeah, right. This does too. That still upsets me too. That was definitely the wrong call.
Booker T.
That whole Booker T push they had, and then just.
Booker.
Fed him to Triple H. It was, oh man. Yep, here we go. Look, there's
the Booker T. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, Freddie, Sting's been great. I mean, this is what we were talking about earlier about the older guys who are going to be the ones to help the youth. Like Hogan hasn't helped anybody ever. Like Hogan helps Hogan.
Hogan helps himself.
Yep. Hogan helps himself. Here he goes, Sting's like whatever, and he comes back and helps a dude like Darby Allin. Darby Allin's great, man. Seriously, hopefully Punk's worked out some ring rust, but I mean, I think about it, Punk's big return.
I would hope. I think so. I want to say so, right?
Yeah, Punk picked one guy. He had one guy to pick for this match coming back, and he picked Darby Allin. Just kind of think about that.
Imagine to be him. Yeah, the feeling to have that. I think, damn.
And I don't think Punk's going to pin him in 3 seconds. I think Punk's going to get the hell beat out of him in that match. Like, it's going to be a really good match.
Get the Bianca special. Oh my God, the Bel Air. You've been Bel Aired.
Should start calling it that, the Bianca special. I feel bad for her. All of a sudden, she became one of my favorite wrestlers. I was like, man, that's.
I think it's her personality,
that's not intended.
Too.
That wasn't intended either. I don't want Vince to be like, oh, see? Like, no. You don't think like that, bro. No. The You People promo right before the match was not on at all. Oh, yeah. Talking about the Booker thing. From some time. Yeah, I mean, like, seriously, like, I love Booker T, man. One of those WWE biographies, Ryan, that A&E does, the one on Booker T is phenomenal. I definitely recommend that. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know about him in that.
I've loved listening to Booker T over the years on different podcasts as well and everything. I find him such a likable guy.
Yeah.
I love his laugh. His
yeah, man.
I love his laugh.
It was so funny to be a part of Harlem Heat and then just to become this. I mean, he had that best of 7 with Chris Benoit at WCW.
Benoit.
And I was like, wow, man, I guess I just never, seeing somebody in a tag team and being on their own, I'm like, man, Booker T is pretty fucking awesome, man.
King Booker.
All hail King Booker. Yeah. You're right, Freddie. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's somebody else's problem, pal.
That is the truth. That's what I'm saying. Who they got? Santino. Pulls them out from the last.
Sorry about that, pal.
Oh, God. Heath Slater. Oh, poor Heath Slater. Another man that was supposed to be loved by Vince.
Why didn't we have? I mean, we had Jinder and Drew last night. Why can't we get all 3 of them together at some point to fight? I mean,
3-man band.
Twice there's been an opportunity, and he's got kids, man. Do you remember when Brock Lesnar destroyed him?
I think he is one of the most likable people, Slater, and I'm willing to see him do anything, like job it or somebody, as long as he was getting paid with his kids. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, man, that was so fucked. Because Vince doesn't give a shit, dude. I'm sorry. This whole, Vince is just Vince is Vince. That's all. See. Yep. Supposedly Punk's been training for a year now. Yeah, I know he was training for that heel show, which I'm super excited to check. Have you heard of this, Ryan? The heel show?
Yes,
I want to see this.
Yes. I'm glad to have another wrestling show after Love or Hate Glow on Netflix.
Yeah.
That was a cool show to have as a wrestling fan, just to have something like a scripted, supposed to be, scripted show.
Yeah. So, I mean, it sounds like a great plot, and I like Stephen Amell a lot. So I think he was great on Arrow. At least the first few seasons I watched, when it was like, gory and he was killing people. But
and he guested a few times too, right, Jeff? He was on in one of the celebrities that came into the ring. So
he's a huge wrestling fan.
Dolph Ziggler's brother, I think, is one of the people on that show as well.
Oh, he's in AEW. I know that maybe it was SummerSlam. I remember when Stephen Amell actually took it very seriously too.
Yes.
Kind of one and done. And that was when Arrow was popular back then, and Vince is when Arrow was super popular, and Vince is like, nah, nobody watches this, nobody knows, and I'm like, of course not, Vince. Of course not. Yeah, let's ask Vince.
Never heard of that show.
Doesn't even know what a fucking burrito is, and he eats them all the time. Oh, sorry. We'll save that for next time. Wonder if Vince still has to pay Marvel royalties because they use the Incredible Hulk Hogan first before changing it to just Hulk Hogan.
Oh.
We've got some very knowledgeable wrestling fans that are on here. So anybody want to chime in, go for it, guys.
Deep cuts. I like this. This.
It was something that had to do with the AWA, but I don't remember. I admit I don't remember. Yeah, Kofi. Kofi got squashed.
Kofi Mania.
To get the belt off of him, too. SummerSlam. Yeah, Freddie, I got to go back and watch all that.
Yes. It was 2018. Wow. Great memory, Freddie.
Yeah. I admit it. I missed, what's it called? All In. When this was before the AEW, it was a bunch of indie guys that got to get, what it became is what I'm in love with now, but I didn't watch it back then, and I missed that show. Been to a few. I've been to a few. Do you want to go first, Ryan, or you
I
want
was
me
gonna
to?
say
I feel like I always jump on these first. Go ahead, please.
no. It's your show, please. You are
We're
the
collaborating.
main man.
This is our show. This is not the GCAP recap. This is the Radical Rasslin recap. This is the 3R, triple R. There you go. Let's ask our viewers. So what should we call ourselves? Should we call ourselves 3R, triple R, or R3? Should have asked this earlier. There's more people on, but still.
Thank you for hanging in as well, everybody.
Thanks everybody for hanging in there. We will stop if you want us to. I mean, I can keep going. I could talk wrestling with people all night. It's like movies.
Pay-per-views is easy for me. Matter of fact, while I have seen probably almost close to 30 live WWE shows, the only pay-per-view I've ever been to was the one on the island, which was the Evolution, where I got the all-female pay-per-view, because it was in Out Here by Me, and God, but so many dark matches on Saturday, and God, New York City, Connecticut, all over for regular shows, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, but pay-per-view wise, unfortunately, it was only the Evolution, which was a great show, but I wish it was a Hell in a Cell or something like that. But the first female pay-per-view I could say I went to.
That's cool, man.
2018, October 28th, 2018.
Yes, which Freddie Young told us that year is when Stephen Amell was
at
SummerSlam and All In.
Great memory, Freddie.
And now you were in that trivia. You're in that trivia, Ryan, with Stephen Amell. You're wearing green like Arrow too.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. All intentional.
So I see pay-per-views I've been to. I've been to a lot. Sometimes so WrestleMania 4. I was there for that.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't get to go to WrestleMania 5. I was at the Great American Bash 88.
Oh.
Yeah.
These are classics. This is classic.
I was a big Lex Luger guy. I thought he was going to beat Flair, and they stopped the match because his head was bleeding too much. I was so sad. Parents brought me to Baltimore. It was very sad. Let's see my poor parents. I'll say all the ones my parents had to buy for me. I went to Spectrum a lot. I'm like you. I saw a lot of live events. I went to the Rumble in 2000. Shit. I've been at 2 Rumbles in Philly. So I was at the Daniel Bryan. They got eliminated, so everyone shit on the show the rest of the time. I was there. That was great.
You were at that one. Damn. Okay. Damn.
That was what year was that? 2015, I believe. Yeah, 2015. The one when Nakamura won, which was awesome because I love Nakamura, was in 2018, right? 18. I went to Money in the Bank 2013. Where Paul Heyman turned on CM Punk, and there was an awesome Rollins, John Cena, and Brock Lesnar three-way dance.
Oh, wow.
And the Shield.
You are good with those pay-per-views.
Yes.
You've been to some good ones.
It was freaking
Mania
awesome.
4, my
I'm
God.
sorry. Not Jesus, not Rollins, because Rollins and Reigns blew the roof off of with the Usos in the dark match, the Freak Show. Oh, it was awesome. But it was the Money in the Bank, and then Jesus, I've been to so many freaking Raws and stuff, but
that's the thing, they just blur. I mean, I can't tell you how many SmackDowns and Raws I've been to. SmackDown Raw, or the Saturdays, like those dark matches that are usually the best because anything can happen.
Yeah, monumental. That would be a good idea for a live stream, is talk about our experiences. Will we remember going to some of the things that happened in the matches and stuff? That would be cool. That's a good idea. I'm trying. Yeah, I guess this is kind of monumental if it's not a pay-per-view, but was it the second episode ever of AEW in Philly? So I went there with
Pretty good. I mean, I would say, especially since it's gonna be the thing, as we're saying, right? It's blowing up.
Yeah, I so want to go to, a pay-per-view there. Wow, that would be amazing. So, let me see. Let's keep going. Oh, all right. So we have our poll in. I can't do polls because I didn't pay my $20. I'm cheapskate. $25 to pay for StreamYard. But so it's a sweep. R3.
Lucia, like, thank you for sticking around, Lucia.
Oh yeah, thank you. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel. Oh, I shouldn't say that because if YouTube hears that, they're going to take away the subscription because you can't say that word. It's true.
By the way, Lucia, do you do yoga over? Is it over the camera? Just from earlier.
We'll give you time to respond. What's the name?
Well, her real name is Lucia, but
Lucia.
Blue Rose.
Blue Rose Blue. Like my blue.
My blue.
My blue. My blue yoga. All right. So yeah, no, thanks for sticking around. I'm glad this is entertaining for. All right, so I guess we're R3. I can dig that. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Kenny Jones, my favorite thing was they wouldn't promote Guardians of the Galaxy with the yeah. Oh, dude, I totally forgot about that. Well, there you go. That movie, that movie was awful.
Vince.
Nobody likes that shit, pal. Are they farting it?
Yeah, there's no farts. There's not a toilet. Diarrhea.
Wasn't the 6-man Hell in a Cell awesome? I had that on VHS. Yeah.
VHS is the best. Bad News Bowerish.
That was mine.
Was it really?
About him, Ryan and I were talking about him last weekend. I'm not kidding. Gimmick. I love it.
And Paige as well. I mean, Paige, you can't. I love Paige.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what's it called? That was Bad News.
Wade.
If you guys remember when the Royal Rumble when Bray Wyatt beat Daniel Bryan in the opening match, and then everybody thought he was going to be number 30. I think this was 2014. And yeah,
I remember it, but God, blurring. The days are blurring.
It was Rey Mysterio when he got booed. Would that not have been perfect that his music hit and Bad News come out? And I think everyone said this through the years, my friends and everybody. But yeah, I always thought that was. We're expecting Daniel Bryan. I got some bad news.
Bad news for you.
Bad news. Oh, it's great.
That was amazing. And then when he's on top of that podium to be the judge, I mean, you couldn't get anything better than that. Mm-hmm. Even Gentleman Jack on NXT was fun for a little while. But Paige, I mean, Wade Barrett, I loved him. So
yeah, I did. I shouldn't have forgotten. I should have said Paige first, but I mean, I just think because I always think of Bad News Barrett. That was I thought that gimmick was amazing.
But I mean, but there's so many English wrestlers that are fantastic. I mean, I bet you half the rosters now are. I mean, and they are Australian English. I mean, from all over the world.
There's Davey. I mean, I used to love as a little kid. I love the Bulldogs, man, a lot.
Oh, the British Bulldogs.
So much. Yep. I really did. I just think they were cool. And I was wondered why, they were so awesome. And I just thought they were amazing. But, for some reason, but then when you find out, you start, I started watching Dark Side of the Ring on Dynamite. And I read Bret Hart's book. I started to see why. And I'm like, oh yeah. So all that behind the scenes stuff we didn't know. Hey, John says, only got to see one live wrestling match. It was Macho King in a steel cage.
Ooh.
I wonder who he fought in the steel cage. I know he had that feud with Warrior. Hacksaw. Well, no, I think he just took the thing off Hacksaw, the crown off Hacksaw. Hacksaw never went after it again. I don't know who else. That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, I mean, anytime you saw, I mean, as I said, I saw Randy Savage was like, everybody in my school loved Hulk Hogan. I loved Randy Savage. So when I saw him win at WrestleMania 4, I didn't expect that. I was so happy to be a child again, right?
But we are in heart.
I'm a man child.
With our Orcos.
Oh, Orko. I still have him here. He's my co-pilot tonight. Where's our navigator? You're my co-pilot.
I'm gonna. Owen Luch, thank you. Yeah, so you do okay. Thank you. So you do live. You do the over the internet, the wellness and yoga. Hell, can't do better than home.
Yeah, sorry. I'm clicking this thing and it just like actually.
I'm getting good with reading these real fast, like subtitles.
Yes, there's yoga online. Lucia is the name. I think I'd asked about the name. And you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Kyle joined. What's up, man? How you doing? DVD ain't no slouch. Catch up here. Not a CM Punk fan. CM Punk fan, but seeing him come back did make me feel like, damn, that's love. Yeah. It was a pretty big moment.
We were mentioning earlier, not everyone is a CM Punk fan, but it seems like it really is resonating across the wrestling world and community, which is wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, they're always like, John Cena is the most polarizing superstar, and I'm like, I know as many people as like CM Punk. I know people that can't stand him, or dislike him, probably because of like how he is real life, not his character on TV.
Right.
Some of that just could be being bitter. I mean, maybe he'll be happier in a softer CM Punk now. Like personally,
the softer side of Spears.
Maybe. Not on TV, I hope. I hope he stays the same old CM Punk self, but I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Character-wise.
I don't like to meet my heroes. But no, that's fine. Yeah. Because he can, as much as he's a great, as a heel, he's like Rollins. He's amazing. The level of, like, I wouldn't know who would be a heel in that feud. I'd want to see both heel versions against each other if they ever were to face each other. Yep. Yeah, Lord Steven Regal.
William Regal. Yeah.
Or William Regal.
True,
I'm thinking Steven Regal from WCW. Speaking of which, the Blue Bloods with Bobby Eaton. Rest in peace, Bobby Eaton, that passed away not too long ago. I still like the Midnight Express a lot. I've always heard on podcasts met throughout the years how cool of a guy he was, how kind he was. So I'm like in the Tribal Chief story. I think I'm done with WWE after WWEak. Yeah, I said we're gonna get a lot of this. This is
that came up a few times tonight, and I agree. I think unless they fix this on Monday Night Raw after the Backlash, but I feel like they just buried Bianca, and it's terrible.
Yeah. Now, but I think with everybody, the smarter fans are going to know, though, that this is, what's it called? Damage control. Of course. Like, this wasn't planned. Vince is like, that's what good people do. They go in there and they screw everybody. I'm like, no, Vince, that's not what normal people think.
This will be the new screw job. It's going to be the SummerSlam screw, the Vegas screw job.
The Kofi special, the Bianca special.
Bianca!
The Bryan special. Daniel Bryan, remember with Sheamus? that made him a superstar. Like this might happen again.
Maybe this will happen to Bianca. I hope so. Likeable. She's got the talent. Hell, she makes her own ring gear, I believe. I mean, come on.
Yeah, the hair whip's amazing.
I love
She's like a video game character, like with that. I mean, it's awesome.
I have been saying that, Jeff. I so agree. The video game character flipping that added to the graphic of the lips with just the ponytail.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
Awesome.
Funny.
She's probably like calling up Tony Khan, being like, "You got any spots on Dark? AEW Dark? if I can't get on Dynamite right away."
Shoot, I hope they do.
She didn't look happy. She looked like it was when it happened.
She looked as confused as every one of us at the same time. It's just like, okay.
Hell yeah, Freddie Young. Hell yeah.
Oh,
I'm not just saying that. You asked my parents. I was all about Macho Man. I mean, and then I don't know. Like I thought Warrior was awesome when he came in. Like I know I didn't know about like, I don't know, storytelling and all that wrestling crap I know now. Like, dude, Warrior was just, I mean, it was, I felt, yeah. That's
the fact that his promos, see, I was going to say his promos alone, God bless him. He was amazing for that. But Savage is really, I mean, he was, I mean, that's not to crap on Hogan either, but I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, Macho Man could like, you know, just when you hear these stories about how he used to have like people over his house and he'd go over like he'd go over these matches all the time. He'd call him at 2 a.m. like, I got an idea. For what?
Because he didn't sleep.
Our match. Yeah.
We'll save. Look,
save it.
Yeah.
Save it. We're gonna go down that. We're gonna go down that road. Same squad. I should have kept up. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, man. I like Kofi Kingston's awesome, man.
I mean, I love him. I love what he's done in the New Day. I love them as that trio, as a tag team. But yeah, Kofi, that was in bad taste too. How he just, I agree.
Yep, it's true. It's true. Trust me, it's not like I like AEW and nothing else, man. Ring of Honor is great. I always thought that was
a lot of fans.
Look at all the guys that come from there, man. Jeez.
Exactly.
In all federations, I mean, we could do a whole freaking live stream on everyone that's come from Ring of Honor. Half of the people we named tonight that everybody seems to love universally came from Ring of Honor.
100 degrees of Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
We'll get that mapped out. Man strut to the ring looks like sci-fi.
It looks like he's got a load in his pants. Yeah. I heard that what's it called? I can't. Was it on Twitter? I tried to find it with my friend yesterday and couldn't. But Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, doing a Vince McMahon. I guess he went in with the GCW belt, and he was doing the Vince McMahon thing, just like him doing the
Oh, I saw that in that out. Yes, with that black, like I saw that.
GCW's doing a lot of good stuff, man. I'll admit to being a newer fan, but you know what? I'm glad I tuned in. So, like
it's so crazy, to get when these names, like you said, now I've got to get used to Matt Cart, but Zach, love him. Love his toy collecting. Long Island.
I have a DVD of here.
Did you get it? Wait, I think I know where you got that from, Jeff. Did you get a Zack Ryder DVD from a Dollar Tree by any chance? Like I got mine from Dollar Tree.
From Dollar Tree.
Yeah. The same one I got, Jeff. Yep. Woo.
All his classic matches, his 5-star matches.
I couldn't pass it up myself when I saw that. Nope.
Yeah,
I thought they dumped it at the Long Island ones, but no, I'm glad. I'm glad he's represented. all over Dollar Trees all over the world.
Does anybody else on here Dollar Tree? Do you ever find these dollar? I found this and I found the 30 for 30 with Ric Flair, but that's an ESPN release.
No, I put that on. I said, yeah, this makes sense. Unfortunately, that he's here. Oh, I did get Scooby Doo, WWE, WrestleMania for $1. You can't beat that.
Me too. Cartoon Vince. You think he knew what Scooby Doo was? Honestly, be honest. I don't think he did.
Yes, like that's a dog.
Yeah. They probably just recorded him in his office and they edited together his lines, like words that he says, and yeah.
The dog talks. What? Damn it!
Look at me! I'm a cartoon. Ha ha ha! What a maneuver! Yeah, let's go. So yeah, some comments. I think we should feel the contents. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think.
So this is universally like
group.
I'm glad that this is something that people are saying, because I feel like people just get buried all the time, and
because everyone loves Becky Lynch. I thought some people would be like, "Well, that's cool," because I like Becky Lynch. Like I'm curious. I was glad to see other people like what they think about it.
Let's see if they walk this back and then they do a feud. But damn, after that, I mean, she was just buried, squashed.
They have to, Brian. They've got to. They have to make that into a feud. They have to make Becky heel. Like,
but then where do they go to? Like, what's the next pay-per-view? Not Hell in a Cell. It's Extreme Rules. Maybe the Man versus. Was it Extreme Rules? Am I wrong? I'm sure everyone here knows better than, but I think they said Extreme Rules.
Is after WrestleMania, right? Isn't it? Don't we have like Clash of the Champions now and Night of Champions or whatever? Like,
for some reason, I thought it was Hell in a Cell. I was like, no, that's October. But
well, you know what? That's what I mean. I think I don't like having pay-per-views all the time too. So those aren't even like pay-per-views.
It's Peacock views.
Yeah. Where they have like Kofi Kingston was doing some kind of. Xavier Woods was doing some kind of. I went upstairs to I had to take a break to get some food. So when I came downstairs, I saw him doing something in the ring, and I must have missed it. I think it had something to do with The Miz and Drip. What's he name?
God, the Drip. Yes. Oh my God. Oh, wet drip. Oh no. And the Miz was in a wheelchair. What was that about? He was eaten by zombies a few weeks ago.
He was laying on the mat, and Xavier.
I
like him a lot, so I dig his channel. But I'm just saying that he was doing something. I'm like, this should be on Raw. Is this on? You couldn't find another match? Like Nakamura could have defended his belt. Intercontinental champion. Why not?
How dare you think of these ideas, Jeff? How dare you?
I know.
That's quality you're talking about.
Since the Intercontinental Championship is supposed to be like the second most important belt in WWE history. So I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a fan. I used to feel CM Punk didn't love his fans as much as they love him. Seems like he was so dismissive, but now after seeing more of the WWE choices and the pattern, I can see why Punk feels this way. Yeah. Yeah, he's we'll see. I'm going to see when he goes somewhere besides Chicago. I'm sure everybody,
I think so, yeah, because that CM Punk chant was going through every town, every city for a while. So I don't think he likes
I think he doesn't like the stalkerism. You know what I mean? People calling him by his real name. Like he's like, I don't like that. Like, I don't know you. Please don't call me by my name. Call me by my character's name. Like, when I would follow wrestlers, I would call him, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He's got his.
I feel like I would never know what to say to, that's half the thing with the wrestling. Do they want to be called by their real name? Do you want, hell, that's the hardest part.
Well, I've been lucky because every time I run into wrestlers, I usually just have my wife yell out their wrestling name. And then, one time we were in a Denny's, and behind us is what's her name? Nikki Bella and Dolph Ziggler back in.
No way! Oh my God! Holy crap!
After
Was this
Raw.
when back in the day when they were?
Swear to God, I got pictures. I'll pull them. I'll show you one day.
I love it. I love it.
And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, that's Dolph Ziggler behind us, and she's like, okay. And I go, until we're done eating, and then say something. And I know his real name, but I'm like, don't say it though. Say Dolph Ziggler. And she's like, all right. Like she doesn't care. She's just like, Dolph. And he's eating, and he's like, huh?
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. And then Nikki and her trading makeup secrets. It was pretty funny. I had to talk one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler. I'm like, yeah. How was the chicken? I don't remember, but it was a pleasure.
Did you get pancakes? Did you get were they doing breakfast at Denny's?
I was like, what are you doing with that whole chocolate cake? Where are you taking that? I'm like, oh, I got a meeting with Vince tomorrow. It's cheat day. Next time, Gadget, next time.
That's right, Dr. Claw. Oh, Nikki as well, almost superhero. Which, by the way, what a name for Nikki Cross.
Wait, what was the I saw her. What
Charlotte. Charlotte. She has Nikki got the women's championship belt. Nikki almost superhero. ASH.
Yeah. Right. Charlotte made a tap, right?
Yeah. It's like another. I mean, she wasn't gonna. I guess she wasn't gonna break her pay-per-view streak, but yeah, another. Nikki's very likable. I like Nikki as well.
Yeah. I'm hold on, let me see. Let me try to catch because I think same. Rich and I were talking about this last night. I've been sick of her for a while. Like this is not like new, you know what I mean? I haven't been into her for a while. It's just I don't know. There's no I just never liked that it was fun at first, but it's just like she's just like Ric Flair, and I'm, you know what I mean, like with the music and the like. I don't know. It'd be nice if she would have just done her own thing. That's all. But what do I know?
You know a lot. You know a lot.
My opinion. Just my opinion. That's all. It's my opinion. Sure, she's a wonderful human being. Firstly. Basically pulled a fast one though, Sasha, and bring Becky back. I mean, if you want her to win, fine, but don't squash your dominant. Yeah,
we were talking about the Sasha thing as well because supposedly they knew for 8 days. So was it COVID? Like they said, was she injured? Was it something she said? Mm-hmm. I know she was praising AEW, like we were saying earlier, in a about way, like I'm so happy tonight and things like that, and like. Light it up.
So Ryan, I didn't know about this, and they are very petty in Stamford.
Oh, I know, definitely.
I could see them saying like, "Oh, that's cool. You know, you should be happy. Maybe you should stay home. Since you're in Vegas, go be happy." Like, I could see them pulling her off the show.
Totally.
I would not be surprised if that's what happened. I'm not saying
that's what I honestly thought. I honestly thought that's what happened. And then today, when I was reading to prepare for this, I'm like, oh, they knew for 8 days. But the fact that she was still promoting it yesterday. That's why she wrote "Let's Light It Up." That was the other thing, the AJ Lee song call out. So was that like another way to be like, all right, well, screw you. Here's my another reference to the other brand or whatever, but you know what? She's in the Mandalorian now. So Vince, you want Baby Yoda to show up? Oh. You want Baby Yoda to come to SmackDown?
I totally forgot she's in that. That's right. Yeah, I totally forgot. Yeah, do you want listen? He doesn't even know what Yoda is, let alone Baby Yoda.
Wait, is that a wrestler? Yoda?
Here, I'll send him this. He'll be like, oh, Yoda.
I recognize him.
I owe you one, pal. Oh Jesus, hold on. Let me catch up on some comments. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh yeah,
Razor Ramon.
Oh hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Was that
classic,
like a Jake thing?
Classics.
Was that like a Jake thing though? Was it the demons? Was it like this? Or did that just show up in when he was in WCW, his substance abuse stuff?
I mean, it always starts somewhere, right? So
Yeah. But no, I agree, Rich. I agree. He was phenomenal. Be the champion second.
Yeah.
The all Italian roster for you. Yeah.
That's I exactly thought the same thing. Not only does it make her look like a weak champion, I mean, extremely weak. We were saying earlier, maybe if she even got to wrestle Carmella for a little while, just to show off what she can do.
Yep. That's what I mean. I think that's what something along the lines of like what British Bulldog in Jericho's book. I can't remember which one, but I think the second one. He's like, like I guess Jericho in a promo dogged him. You're old, and he goes, well, all right. Well, first of all, if I win, you look like shit, and if you win, you still look like shit because I'm an old man, right? I'm garbage.
Right.
He's like, you should never bury your opponent like that, like or something along those lines. And he's right. And he's right. I mean,
I love though everyone's talking about this still. By the way, I just want to say that I love that actually people are noticing that. Well, not that everyone wouldn't notice; these are fans, but
yeah,
like I like that people are noticing it, and maybe, God, maybe it will change something.
Yeah.
When they made Austin heel, yeah, and there was nobody for him to feud with. That's true. That's true. I mean, they want Becky Lynch to be the next. I mean, I feel like they want to make her the female. I mean, the female Austin, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I always got from this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I could be completely off.
Yeah, Triple H and Battle of the Hardys. What was it? The 2-man power trip. Oh, for real? Oh, I wish I'd find that.
We got Zack Ryder's out here.
Oh, Freddie Young, please. If you ever pick that up, I'll keep an eye out for extra wrestling. I've only ever seen this.
Yeah.
One in my area, and then I saw one up in Long Island, but I already had it. So.
Ooh, that might have been at mine.
Might have been down the street from yours. You already got it.
That's right.
You're gonna get the Steelbook, 4K of this when it gets. That's released.
Right.
In case anyone's curious, Zack Ryder versus Christian from 2009 in EC Dubs. The WWE C Dub.
Yeah.
Not EC Dub.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler with Hugh Jackman versus Zack Ryder with Hugh Jackman versus Dolph Ziggler with Vicky Guerrero.
When Hugh Jackman came.
Zack Ryder and John Cena versus The Miz and R-Truth from 2011. Special social experiment, Zack Ryder versus John Cena. Is that when he pushed him off the stage with when Kane, that whole what was not Eva Marie. Why do I keep saying Eva? Not Eva Marie. Eva Marie wasn't even a thought.
But God, we didn't even bring up that. I mean, my God. Oh my God.
Oh, you mean that terrible match?
I mean,
if you want to call it a match, I mean,
Dewdrop. Oh my God.
Poor little Alexa.
What about the doll? Oh my God. I think I gotta say, for Eva, at least she did more than. I can't even say. At least she did something.
Yeah. Holy, what? Oh,
we're
wait.
Going to the wrong place. Going to the wrong place.
SummerSlam 2010 Blu-ray and a backlash there? Holy shit.
Man, that's amazing. That is amazing.
Dude, we should start some kind of like exchange. Like if you buy multiples, we can do trades and stuff. That would be awesome.
The Dollar Tree exchange group.
But real fast to finish this, Zack Ryder and Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler and Wade Barrett. And then the United States Championship match, TLC, Zack Ryder versus Dolph Ziggler. So that's, I remember that. That was a good event.
Every time Meet Zack came out, I was always happy.
It's Extreme. Oh, your question earlier. That's the next pay-per-view.
Thank you so much, Freddie.
Thanks, Fred. Why did I think that was earlier? I don't know. Oh, Crown Jewel. The one
they're going back to Saudi. That's right. They're going back to Saudi Arabia. I hope Vince doesn't leave people there this time.
Hold on, I jump down. That's true.
Yes, you're right. It's the way it's presented. That's right. Oh, Kurt Angle too.
Oh wow. So you met, I guess, Kyle, you met Kurt Angle. That's cool. I'd like to meet the Big Show. Down Earth interviews made him a fan. Well, I'll say this. I met The Miz was actually very cool. The Miz actually let us take a picture of him. With him. We were in Zack Ryder. That's so nice.
Oh,
he came in with Miz. And
that's disappointing.
My wife and I were very coy too. Like, I'm wearing a wrestling shirt, and I was like, I don't want any. I'm not trying to draw attention, but we're over here. It was late in the corner. Do you mind if I get a picture with my wife and I? And he's like, as long as you make it quick. I'm like, all right, cool. And he posed and he did his. I mean, it was awesome. Zach was like, he looked annoyed, and then I saw Kofi and Dolph Ziggler. He fought Kofi that night. Dolph Ziggler, and I've got like Kofi on the brain tonight.
Kofi on the brain.
I feel because I love Kofi's great. Dolph Ziggler and Nikki Bella at the diner. They met. They were all great experiences. Like the Zack Ryder one wasn't garbage. It was just like I had a Zack Ryder shirt on.
Okay, well,
I swear I didn't act like a freak either. Like I was just.
I mean, that makes it even a little more disappointing. I mean, of course, everyone has whatever bad days and everything, but it is disappointing, especially if you're wearing a shirt.
Wearing a Zack Ryder shirt, and I go because I was on to that Long Island IZ that
I loved it
show
myself.
It was funny, and I was like, can I get a picture? Like, do you mind? Like, I asked him just to run.
I am wearing the shirt here.
And he was like, and I'm like, really? Like, okay. I mean, I'm doing it very coy, and no one's looking, and we're over like in the side, like in the waiting area, like there was anyone around. Like Jeff Hardy, I met on a first class flight. He sat next to me. This is when I just got fired from DNA, going to North Carolina, and he was hiding to get on the plane to begin with. I saw him in the Philly airport, and he was hiding all the way back around behind the pretzel place. So I didn't want to bother him because he didn't look like he wanted to be bothered. Then we were on the plane. He went in there with his headphones. He went to sleep. I just wanted to be like, hi, but I'm like, I'll wait. When we landed in the airport, I waited for everybody, went and got their bags. Mine was on there. I grabbed my bag. There was one left on there. It was his. So he came over, and I just said, hey, there was no one around too. And I'm like, I saw you back in the Philly airport. I'm a fan. I just wanted to say hi, shake your hand, meet you. I don't want a picture. I just didn't want to draw any attention. He's like, oh man, thanks, bro. I really appreciate that. It's, great and stuff. So it was nice. It was good exchange. I don't really have any bad wrestling.
It speaks as well to you as well as a person, which is wonderful. You respect these people's, time and their privacy. So I would hope everyone gives you a nice experience, how polite you are.
I try to be. I mean, I got really excited when I saw Jerry Lynn when my wife picked me up at the airport. Like he was waiting for a taxi, and I was driving, and no one was around him, and I'm like, Jerry Lynn. He kind of gave me a dirty look, but it's okay.
I got to say, I have not been lucky. The closest.
I thought he'd be happy. Like I don't know.
I would have been happy if I got a call out. No, never met anyone in person. The closest I got to seeing, speak of the devil, R-Truth with one of the Usos after SmackDown at Mohegan Sun Casino. And the only reason I didn't call out to him, he was so close, is because I didn't know which Uso it was.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like, Jay or Jimmy, so I missed it. But, oh my God, I wanted to be like, R-Truth! But then maybe I should have said Oos, but I wasn't thinking at the moment. What's up, Oos? But all I wanted to say was R-Truth. But if he wasn't with an Uso,
it's and one other story Ryan I have is I was sitting. I got food at Wendy's and I sat down. It was in the airport my flight was delayed and I'm like sitting there ready to eat, and Big E and somebody else comes over. And this is when it was Big E Langston. And he was Dolph's bodyguard, but I still thought he was.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember those days. Those days.
It was so crowded, and he did such a good job of hiding. And I'm like this. I'm like, Biggie. And he looks over, and I'm like, I just want to say. And he's like, it was funny, man. It was awesome. So I don't like to blow up people's spots. That's what pisses people off, I think.
But again, your personality. You did. That's a great.
And I'm wearing like a suit, so I look like this, like like this big business professional. And I'm like, Biggie. He's probably like, you watch wrestling? But he's like,
I love that.
Let me see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm missing. Where am I at?
My God, I just realized. My God, I cannot believe it's been 3 hours and 25 minutes.
Jeez. Holy
crap! Is this even gonna fit on your YouTube?
Probably not. Who cares? This is great.
This is gonna be this will never be seen again. This one. This is going to be the match for the ages, the night of the ages.
This was awesome. This was fun. No, I'll go through. I mean, like I say, Ryan, we can cut it off. Just want to get maybe 5 more minutes or something.
Yeah. Let's do that. I hate to leave everybody, but I do have some stuff to get to, unfortunately. But
no, it's Sunday night. 3.5 hours. I thought we'd be on here for an hour. So
no, but this is amazing.
I'm not complaining. I appreciate it.
Not at all. Not at all.
I'm doing a live stream. I think we're just like on Zoom chatting, all of us.
I totally forgot. And then I looked at the time and I said, wow. Amazing.
Thank you, Freddie. That's why I was thinking of Eva Marie. It was something Eve Torres. I guess it's because I've been on for 3.5 hours too. Probably the reason why my brain's starting to go tired. I do.
Oh, that's nice. That Hogan was good when you met him. I mean, that's what you want to hear, because nothing's worse than meeting someone like, let's say, Hulk Hogan was your childhood hero and whatever, and then 6-man match. Wow, Hogan's.
This year alone, that makes it 3 now. I've heard 2 stories where people had recent kind interactions with Hulk Hogan.
So maybe he's becoming a softer Hogan after all these years.
Yep.
I mean, it's nice. Fans are the ones that get you here, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Well, this is still when he was wrestling. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'd misinterpret this. I was dressed.
Yeah, during the 6-man tag match.
Yeah, but still, though, I'm hearing I mean, these are, it's not that far. It's not like it was like 80s Hogan, super
right.
Hogan. I mean, this was TNA Hogan when he came out to James Storm. Remember him and Bobby Roode were beer money. I used to like that. Anyone?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll never wrestle again in a WWE ring, and I'm like, all right, well, Cena's definitely going to lose now. Like that was a horrible stipulation.
Did you notice too that the way like Cena really jobbered, in the sense that like he disappeared from the ring like any other person that would have when Brock was coming out. Mm-hmm. No more Cena. He literally just rolled out of that ring. He was done. Yep. Going to film a new movie, I'm sure.
Yep. Oh, he was out. I'm done. Thank you.
He did what he had to do.
You're welcome, Vince. So I'll hear from you again. We want to do his Peacemaker show. Hogan kept climbing to the top rope and pulling at me to make the title sign.
That's actually a great story.
I I grabbed his python's end. Wait, does this continue?
He said, I love you too. That is amazing. That is amazing.
For more hilarity from Rich, aka the Movie Massacre Show, please go subscribe to his YouTube channel. I can't say that enough. He is hilarious. This is a great story, Rich. We've never met, but just from our interactions, I could totally see this
It's amazing.
Great. I love you too, brother. Come on, man. You got to have fun. That's what it's all about. Oop. Oh, no. Whoops. Roddy, you think... yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Like, I was kind of like, ooh, like, he's going to be a dickhead, isn't he? Couldn't have been any nicer.
I agree.
Oh, Mick's very cool.
That's from what I hear.
Thank you, Lucia. I'm saying her name right, Lucia, right?
Lucia
is Lucia, right? Because I know if I have a friend named Lucia, that's how she spells it. If I'm saying it wrong, please forgive me.
I like Lucia.
It's Lucia? I'm sorry, Lucia. That's because I have these like lights beaming in my eyes.
I know. I was going to say, believe us. Look,
people don't see that, but it's like I'm ready to put my.
Just after this, like the lights alone, after one of these things, you're like,
Lucia. Remember any celebrity wrestling? Jay Leno versus
Hulk Hogan. Pee-wee Herman.
How about when
David Arquette? Yeah.
What's his Jeremy Piven? Jeremy Piven showed up to promote SummerSlam. He called it Summerfest. Summerfest for that movie.
Yeah. The celebrities. Pee-wee Herman on Raw. Holy crap! Yes.
Yep.
So great.
Rodman and Karl Malone when they both happened to be in the finals.
Like you were reading before on that. I'm sorry, Jeff.
No, I was saying when Malone and Rodman just happened to end up in the NBA Finals against each other. It was like a perfect storm. But go ahead. I'm sorry. That's all I was saying.
Oh, no. I'm just thinking and celebrity-wise, like on that Zack Ryder DVD you were just saying with, my God.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, that was a huge hit, too.
Promoting Real Steel. Never seen it.
I was going to at the time. No. Sounds cute though. It's got robots.
I bet you Rock and Jericho are super nice. My wife met Chris Jericho. He's super nice.
That's amazing.
You met him, Benoit, Eddie Guerrero.
My God, between you and your wife, that is a power team there.
Yep, between all of us, I just feel like, but yeah, she, what's it called? She said that Eddie Guerrero had, what's it called? The fanny pack. And I think that was his thing. He always used to carry that around. So she doesn't know that's like inside wrestling stuff or whatever. But I was like, yeah, that used to be his thing. She's like, yeah, I thought that was. But yeah, she got pictures with him and stuff. I'm like, what? I said that's because you were like a lady and stuff. They were being nice. They probably told me to piss off.
Honestly, you never know. That's true. But you're right. Yeah. It's scary to meet your favorites because that is the worst. You don't want to ruin that. My God.
Yeah, that's why I'd always be like if I ever had to meet like a CM Punk or
HBK, yeah,
Daniel Bryan, anybody like that would it would just stink. It would stink if they were not nice. My one friend was a security guard in Milwaukee, and HBK probably to this day is still his favorite wrestler. And this was back when they were dudes with attitudes or whatever. And he was blocking the door in the back, and all of a sudden the door just flew open and hit him and smashed him against the wall. And it was HBK and Kevin Nash trying to run. And he was like, I guess he thought maybe they would have been like, oh, sorry or whatever. But my friend was like, hey, what's up? What's up, Shawn Michaels? You're my favorite wrestler. And he turned around and he went, fuck you, and ran with Diesel to his car. I was the drug-addled Shawn Michaels. So I'm sure it was during that time, I think. So
that's
an interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting.
That's a story. Lord.
And my friend said after that, though, he's like, and then I was like, Shawn Michael and I are best friends now. We can joke like that with each other.
Damn. I give it to your friend that.
He still loves HBK to this day. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I was great. I get to talk to HBK. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, all right.
Good attitude. That's a great attitude.
Yeah.
One where Vince doesn't have any control.
Take the AEW letters off and put WWE on there. There you go.
I mean, it's sad because there are such great people at. Oh my God. Well, perfect.
Said you should have said Uso. What's up, Uso? Remember when
after it was like so quick as the restaurant that I guess they wanted to get into.
Sorry, he sent that.
With them. They didn't. They were like they came, they went, and after he left, I was like, I should have just said Oos. What up, Oos?
What up, Oos?
Said Uso. Yeah. They all want to get that. They all want to get that Rock family look going. I think.
You see, as for the name thing,
Drew Carey versus Kane,
or Pete Rose. Remember Pete Rose used to give him the
God.
all the time. Oh.
She seems like it. She seems Asuka. Such energy. Such wonderful energy.
Yeah, the Kabuki Warriors. We were just talking about them with Jesse. I skipped over because something else came, but I really like Asuka a lot. So.
Jeremy Piven.
Hey, it's Alucard. Subscribe to his channel, everybody. He's great. Very supportive of the GCAP Recap on Instagram and my YouTube channel. Very, very cool guy. And he's got a lot of great videos, does a lot of unboxings and everything. So please subscribe to him. Thank you for joining, Al.
I shall do the same.
Green Arrow, I thought he was cool. We're going to show. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Heels. I don't have stars, though. I can't wait to watch it. One day, maybe I'll wait till the whole series is over. Right, Ryan? And I'll just just for spoilers. And
do a binge.
I'll do the 7-day free trial. And
That's right. Cancel same day.
That's so cheap. But hey, I gotta upgrade my StreamYard. So it's like I have so much money. I'm a bliss.
You got to get those Blues. Season 2 coming soon. December.
In a few weeks for the GCAP recap. Also, make sure to follow Ryan at the Radical Retro Rewind podcast. So, with a question mark. After Rewind, not podcast.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget that.
So it's there somewhere.
Earlier, people thought that was what's it called?
Question mark.
Yeah, here.
Would you like to? And would you like to not?
Really? Yes. Please subscribe to this channel if you're watching it. I mean, I think you have to be to be watching it, but it just that's like the thing to say, right?
And the exciting thing is we have a little collaboration coming as well soon in a few weeks, which I'm very excited about.
Yes, we do. We do. We tackle my favorite shark comedy on it's his show though. It was on his channel, so it'll be the Jaws: The Revenge.
Ugh. Fun conversation. Yes, little Jimmy. Love little Jimmy. Love our truth.
Love the little Jimmy.
He's got to get his title back. Nice as I met with Becky.
Oh man, you met Becky Lynch. That's awesome. We've been talking. I think you just joined later. I just saw we got like a spike. We got a surge of new people on here. So I'm sure he's part of that. Al, we've been talking about how much we love Becky a lot. last night kind of stunk, but we don't dislike back. It's was maybe not the best choice, but we were so happy that she came back because we all love Becky Lynch a lot. Oops, I went backwards.
And Natty always seems like the interactions I've had with her on Instagram, she always seems really caring and sweet. So Natalia, from what I hear as well. And like I said, the few times we've messaged on Instagram, she's very nice.
This is very true. And new comments.
The master at work over there doing those comments.
Green arrows interview. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh. I went backwards. I scrolled all the way up and went back real fast, and then I went down.
And the cane. Ooh.
Yes.
That is very nice. That is amazing. Kane always seems nice.
Yes. Oops, sorry, I went too far. I went too fast.
It's a rich McCain. That's wonderful.
Yes. Very, very, very nice.
I like Kane as well.
Met Jericho at Austin.
And Papa Ray broke it up. They were super. Jericho always seems nice. I was hoping he was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I know, like I said, I know my wife met him or whatever, but I think it's pretty good. Like, I'm sure he's going to always be super nice. I know we said we were going to go, and we went like 15 minutes. We should call it.
I can't believe we did 3 hours and 40 minutes. My God. Thank you, everybody. My Lord, for sticking around.
Yes,
we didn't even
thank
think
you
half
very,
this.
very, very much.
We thought we were just going to be talking and laughing with ourselves.
Yep. We did. What do you call it? So, yeah. I'm trying to think of everybody that's been on there that has a channel. So, Radical Retro Rewind for Ryan.
Thank you.
GCap Recap, which is here. You go back up again. Alucard. And this is channel. If you go for Alucard, you'll find him. Movie Massacre Show. Who else? Kyle Daily. He has a YouTube channel. SL7. People are stuck in towards the end here. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. Follow Fred the Wolf on Instagram. And who else? Kenny Jones 19 on Instagram. So make sure if I'm not forgetting anybody. I guess they only take these to a certain point, and then it doesn't save all of them. So
and then there was Lucia for wellness, Lucia, your wellness and
yes,
and yoga channel.
I scrolled right by it. Sorry.
There you go, Blue Road. Well, do the names remain in the chat for afterwards? I wonder. So I could.
All these comments go away. So
I wonder.
Also, yes, Low IQ Media, John over at Low IQ Media. Go follow his channel as well. He has a live stream, usually on Sunday nights too. So definitely go check him out. So, like I said, we'll probably do this next time, and it sounds like everybody is interested in doing this. So, or us doing this again. So maybe we'll do one on Vince. Maybe that's what we'll tackle next time. Maybe we'll do something on Instagram. We'll do a vote. We'll have people vote or something like that. We can figure something out. That way we're tackling the right one. But guys, thank you for helping to drive this show. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Oh, thank you for that. Because I can go back in the chat. I just noticed on the chat stays on the video while it uploads. That's good. So I could go back and subscribe to everybody.
Yes, that would be great. That's good stuff. Thanks again for the comments, guys. Remember,
thank you for hanging out for almost 4 hours with us.
Jeez,
wow.
I can't believe it.
Thank you.
No wonder I'm winded. I'm like I just.
I know after this, you gotta take
like this, like this over the time.
It's these lights. We're melting under them.
Yeah, you guys have no idea. Well, I mean, I guess those of you have channels know what it's like, but it's been a lot for 4 hours. Remember, anytime you watch recap, you always have a seat at the bar. R3 signing off, guys. Till next time, thank you again. You're wonderful.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Truly.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.